us join from Nassau County. Great to have you with us. Cincinnati, Ohio, Dennis.
Hey guys,
Yes,
thanks for joining us for the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie. If you have not gotten your paper and your pen so that you can take notes, get your paper and your pens because you definitely want to take notes with this health knowledge. You don't want to miss out on it, or your computers. You do not want to miss out. Get your beverages so that you won't get thirsty while we're live teaching you this health knowledge. We have 2 minutes to go, and as you can see, people are joining in from all over. So you can take a moment and share the information. If you're on one of our lives, you can share the live on your page or share it with a friend, or so that others can get this health knowledge. Because everybody needs to know what we're talking about. And today's topic is part 2 from Saturday, which is how to fix high blood pressure, avoid heart attacks, kidney failure, strokes, dementia, and much more.
That's great. Now, what's your weather in Dayton? What's your
1 minute to go, guys.
30.
You're like us. Probably the same latitude. Listen, everybody, we're about to get started less than a minute. Let's jump in and say hello. Who's with us?
Again, thanks for joining us. Today's topic is how to fix high blood pressure, avoid heart attacks, kidney failure, strokes, dementia, and much more. This is part 2. Part 1 was on Saturday. So if you missed the part 1 from Saturday, then you can go to the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, and you'll see part 1 there, or you can go to Success on Stephanie, and part 1 is on there as well. So today is part 2 of how to fix high blood pressure, avoid heart attacks, kidney failure, strokes, dementia, and much, much more. Hello to all y'all that are saying hello, and thanks for the compliments. Remember, if you don't have your pens and papers, go ahead and grab your pens and papers so you can take notes, because you do not want to miss out on this health knowledge, or you can take notes on your computer. Make sure you get your beverages, and it is time for us to get started.
A little bit about my background. Out of college, I went to work for a company called Procter and Gamble. I went into the food and beverage division, rose into management, had a great time at the company, great brands. If you ever drank Folgers coffee, I've had something to do with that, as well as the introduction of the gourmet flavors of Folgers, and of course, Citrus Hill and a bunch of other food and beverage brands. But I decided to delve deeper into actual nutrition. I came into this side of our industry where I met an incredible human being named Roger Hill. Now, the thing that struck me about Roger, out of all the people I've met over the course of my career and my travels, Roger stood out. And the thing that struck me was his intellect. I believe his brain is a gift from God. He just takes everything in real time and analyzes it and then moves forward. I call it the unique ability to find the corners in a circle. And Roger can do it. And that intellect served him well in his career at NASA. Roger used to hold regular meetings with people you can read about in the history books. And if that wasn't impressive enough, imagine being recruited away from NASA by the Pentagon. Roger answered their requests and spent years at the Pentagon, and during both of those careers, Roger started doing his own personal deep dive into health and nutrition for personal reasons and for family issues. But as you might expect with the way his intellect worked, Roger did not take the normal or expected route. He didn't take the chemical route, the pharmaceutical route. Roger looked at nature. He looked at the synergy when things are combined and the greater unique thing that comes from those combinations. And it took him down a completely different path. And he brought his success, his knowledge, his learning and everything over here to MoreMito and planted his flag, and he runs our company. He is the CEO of MoreMito, and we're blessed that that's the case. We're also blessed that he partnered with a brilliant research scientist, a gentleman named Dr. Bevan Elliott. Dr. Bevan has not just created unique products that work in a unique way. He created something that is so important, and that's a delivery system. They get our ingredients not just through your cell walls, but deeper through the walls of your mitochondria.
Thanks to you.
It's called XDS.
Thanks to those of you all that are saying that y'all are subscribing. We really do appreciate that.
The UltraMito line of products are not me too products. It's not a decision of should I use the UltraMito stuff or this other stuff. There is no other stuff. You only have our products that can increase your mitochondria. You're going to hear why that's important, but it also means you don't run out of our products and go to Walmart and get anything like them. There's nothing like the UltraMito line. You only get them from our company, and people only get them from you. That's why we're on this call. To hear more about everything, I'm going to turn the call over now to our CEO, Roger Hill. Roger, are you there?
Great to be with you, Dale.
Great to hear your voice. You are strong and clear. Take it away.
All right, and great once again to be with so many of you, joining us from wherever in the world you happen to be. Every week we look forward to doing our health and wellness calls. We take on a different health topic each week. In recent weeks, we've talked about a number of things. We talked about things that had to do with your immune system. We talked about how not to die of kidney failure. We talked about, again, a variety of things. This week, we're talking about how to fix high blood pressure, avoid those heart attacks, kidney failure, strokes, dementia, and more. But before we get into all of that, let me introduce you to us, especially if you're new. By now, you might know that we're a nutraceutical company and that we're noted for making some profoundly effective products for people and their pets. That's because of this really special technology that our scientist, Dr. Bevan Elliott, who's been my partner since 2015, what he's created. I think he's pioneering a new way to make all of us healthy, and he's doing it in a different way. What he wants to do is increase the amount of energy that your cells produce. Why does he want to do that? Simply because everything takes energy. Your body is no exception, right? It's very similar to if I went in your house and I started turning down the current, right? The lights would start to dim, appliances wouldn't work right. Eventually, they start working all together. Turns out that's the way we are when we go through life. We start out with a lot of what's called mitochondria. That would be the component in your cells that produces the energy that your body runs on. And you used to have a lot more of it than you got right now. Like when you were a kid, you were bursting with all that energy, you ran, you just played, you did everything energetically. That's because you had a lot of mitochondria. But as you go through life, you've been losing them for a lot of reasons other than aging. For example, you were losing them because you got into diseases along the way, right? If you had a really bad virus like COVID, it exhausted and killed mitochondria, and chances are you didn't get them all back, all right? Things like medications in every major disease category, some of the medications, in addition to doing some good things for you, were always also killing mitochondria, okay? If you've ever had an antibiotic, most of us have. Well, that kills mitochondria. Things in the environment, put Roundup on your lawn to kill weeds like I did, you were killing mitochondria at the same time, okay? So by the time we're 60 or so, we probably lost half the mitochondria that we had when we were younger. By the time you're 80 or 90, down to 5 or 10%. What's that good for? It's certainly not good for being healthier, okay? Here's how we know. When you look at a population of people, a lot of us, by the time we're at some age, 60 or so certainly, you don't see as well. Okay, maybe you're not reading fine print as well. Maybe you're nearsighted or farsighted. Maybe you're having difficulty with your night vision. Okay, all of that correlates with a loss of mitochondria. How about your strength and stamina? Okay, you can't run as hard, or as long, or as whatever as you used to because you have lost the mitochondria that used to allow you to do that. Okay, what about your brain? Are you starting to not remember things quite as well as you did? Are you as sharp as you used to be? Are you finding yourself saying, I would have done so when I was younger, right? I mean, like, age is kind of taking its toll on us, right, mentally. How about the way your systems manage itself? Like, we're talking about the blood pressure today. How about your blood sugar? How about your weight? We did that topic recently. All those things can be more challenging as we get older. It all again correlates with a loss of mitochondria. So what do we want to do with this, about this at MoreMito with Dr. Elliott's technology? Well, he wants to grow back those mitochondria that you've lost. He's decoded those signals that your body sends to tell them to grow. Those are the ones who've gotten weaker. He's found substitutes in nature for them. That's step one, right? And put them in our formulations. Now, the big deal that separates them from everything else you've ever encountered is that he actually came up with a technology that makes them work so well that they can literally change the course or the trajectory of your health and consequently your life. Okay? Stay with me. You'll understand why that's not hype if you knew. Okay? Now, you put that technology, which is called SDS, by the way, it stands for Exponential Delivery System. It reorganizes the molecules of all the ingredients that you will see on our product labels, right? So they don't just get in the bloodstream. That's not good enough. Anybody can do that. They have to get all the way in your mitochondria, which is a breakthrough, because mitochondria are really, really tiny. They're like thousands of times smaller than cells are, okay? That technology is in our product line called UltraMito as an Ultra Mitochondria, and that is what Dale is going to come back and talk to you about. Dale.
Thank you, Roger. Listen, everybody, the first thing I want to mention, the first product is called Rejuvenate. It's our topical cream for your skin from head to toe. You put it in your hair, you massage it into your scalp, and it's for anything that disturbs your skin. That could be a scratch, a scrape, a cut, a bump, a mole, a blemish, anything. We've got testimonials in the back office of the impact it's had on severe varicose veins, on cellulite, on stretch marks, even the lines on your face. And it works like it does because it doesn't just sit on your skin, it soaks through your skin, soaks down to the bone. It helps with your ligaments, your tendons, your muscles, your joints, your back joints, your knee joints, your hands. And listen, if you or anybody you know has a condition, typically in your hands or feet, that can start as tingling and become incredibly severe, you're going to find that Rejuvenate becomes your go-to product for everything I just mentioned and more. Listen to the testimonials in the back office. They speak for themselves. Next, I want to talk about Restore 3.0. It's our first third-generation product, and Dr. Bevan has truly created something incredible using a base of two ancient superfoods, olive oil and olive leaf, and also black seed. They've both been used for thousands of years because of the benefits they provide to the human condition. They mention olive oil in the Bible. They found black seed when they opened King Tut's tomb. But Dr. Bevan uses several elements of each in a unique way to achieve amazing things with olive oil. He uses several elements to tune up and detoxify your cells while increasing your mitochondria. Now, listen, that's unique. That's what sets us apart. That's the one-of-a-kind feature. That's our name, MoreMito, short for mitochondria. And Dr. Bevan has found that you've been losing mitochondria all your life. You're lucky to have 50% in your 50s and 60s, maybe 10% in your 70s and 80s. And you've heard Roger tell you it's the energy source to your body. Dr. Bevan found if there was a way to restore mitochondria back to the levels you had when you were a kid, then your body starts to work the way it used to, the way it's supposed to. The way it did before life and the environment started tearing your body down. And he uses black seed to increase your energy, but it's cellular energy. It's steady. It's strong. There's no jitters. It's not like a hit of sugar or caffeine with a big hit followed by a deep crash. Cellular energy is steady. That means you can start a task and complete it without a need to rest. It means the disappearance of your brain fog, or something strenuous like a long bike ride that has a very short recovery time. What it means is you can now live life to its fullest, live it again on your terms without the need to sit on the couch and watch it all pass you by. And I've only mentioned 2 of the 44 ingredients Dr. Bevan has used to create Restore 3.0. Now listen, Dr. Bevan will tell you if you take a handful of vitamins, you're lucky if a third aren't a complete waste, overpowered, canceled out by other things in that handful of vitamins. They have to be in the proper proportions. And then the most important, most critical thing is the XDS to let your body use the ingredients like nothing that's ever used before. Listen, you don't just pour a bunch of ingredients in a pot, stir it up, put it in a bottle, and call it Restore. It takes 8 weeks from start to finish to create a bottle of Restore. And the results are astounding and one of a kind. Next, I want to talk about Renew Brain and Body. It's our newest product. Listen, some of the ingredients Dr. Bevan needs us to have to increase our mitochondria have to be delivered in the dry base. They can't be delivered in the liquid base. So he's created these small capsules with these additional ingredients. Brain and Body helps with blood flow throughout your body, critical blood and fluid flow in your legs and feet. Helps with the blood flow in the brain, the firing of the synapses. It helps majorly with the disappearance of the brain fog. Renew Brain and Body stands on the shoulders of Rejuvenate and Restore and completes the triad of products to increase your mitochondria. Next, some of the most important members of our family are the pets that we own. The most viewed videos on the web are pet videos. And we love them, and they can suffer. They suffer just like we do. If you've seen a dog that seems bound up and hobbled, can't even get up and down the stairs, has become lethargic and just lays around all day. If you've got a cat that's acting up fur balls and shedding, look, animals suffer, and they're closer to a lot of the mitochondrial killers in our environment. The things we put on the rugs to clean them, the things we put on our lawn to make it grow. And they're even allergic to the same things we are in the environment, and they suffer. If you want to bring a dog quickly back to puppy stage, bounding around, jumping up and down, and playing in fact, you want to bring a cat back to kitty stage, increase their mitochondria, help them, give them pet life. So 4 products: Rejuvenate, Restore 3.0, Renew Brain and Body, and Pet Life. There's nothing like what these 4 products can do. To hear more about that, I'm going to turn the call back over to Roger. Roger, take it away.
Thank you, Dale. To fix your blood pressure, that's what we're talking about. We don't want to have those heart attacks, that kidney failure, stroke, dementia, and all those other consequences. That's exactly what Dr. Dan and I have been talking about. He is an absolute expert out of Oklahoma City, been in the field for decades, has worked with many professional athletes and celebrities that you would recognize: John McEnroe, Tom Selleck, Bo Jackson, to mention a few. But Dr. Dan and I have been talking about some unique breakthroughs in the way you can approach lowering your blood pressure with exercise. It's a huge problem, right? You know, they have the population's got it. I heard a doctor quote with statistics today that said that 90% of us are going to have that issue sooner or later. So if there's something to expeditiously help us with that, then that's exactly what we need to hear from Dr. Dan about tonight. Dr. Dan, go right ahead.
Yes, Roger. Well, there's a number of ways that you can increase your blood pressure. Decrease your blood pressure through exercise. Any exercise is good, especially if it's brisk, where you find yourself breathing a little more demanding than you're breathing. And so when you challenge your cardiovascular system, that helps release nitric oxide. Nitric oxide relaxes your blood vessels, has nutrients that help carry the, like proteins and fats and a little sugar sometimes, into the mitochondria where it can be burned and give you more energy. Now, what's interesting is isometric exercises are shown to be extremely effective. Isometric means you're not moving. You're like pushing against the wall, but you're not going anywhere. That's an isometric exercise. Or you grab one arm and push down on another. That's isometric. So I'm going to give you 4 that they found that really improve nitric oxide release. And the first one is what they call the plank. And it's like I'm doing a push-up, but instead of pushing up, I'm resting on my elbows. And some people can rest there for, I don't know, half an hour. But most of us, a couple minutes is enough to create a strong effect, a minute even. The rigidness of the body, where you're on your toes, you're straight across, and you rest on your elbows, that means all the torso muscles that tense up. And then another one that I like, I've been doing a lot, is a wall squat. A wall squat you can modify in a lot of different ways. So a wall squat is when your back is up against the wall. You slide. Ideally, it'd be when you're in a 90-degree angle, so it looks like you're sort of making a chair, but you don't have a chair. But you can start off where you're just down about a quarter, and you're in that position. What I like to do when I go down to about 90 degrees is I lean forward, then I come back. I lean forward and I come back, so it locks the pelvis in, so you stretch out your low back. But that's just a little extra. But a wall squat is very effective. So starting off at a quarter squat, if that's the best you can do that. If you can go down to where your legs are 90 degrees, that's where I'd like to see you eventually get to, and hold that for a minute, 2 minutes if you can. That's what skiers do on off season. Now, another simple one you can do right now, if you had like a ball to squeeze, or there's things you can pick up that are designed for this. I have a number of different things around the house that you squeeze for, they say, about 30% of your strength. I use a little bit more, but let's say 30% of your strength for 2 minutes, and you relax for 2 minutes. Then you repeat that a few times. Now, the reason these are working is like if I had a hose and I grabbed that hose and clamped it down a little bit, and now I'm creating a back pressure against the hose. Well, to relax the hose, the body releases nitric oxide gas, not nitrous, nitric oxide gas, out of the lining of the arteries that relaxes the blood vessels. So you're training the body to do that and to be able to keep the body relaxed. Now, also the breathing patterns. Some of the societies that live real long practice this. So you breathe in from your belly, the navel goes out, you breathe in, come up to a count of 5, and then if you really want to do it well, you hold it for about a count of 5, and then you breathe out for a count of 5, and you breathe slow. You can do it, make a little bit longer count if you want, a little bit lesser count. Some people just breathe up like you're going up a mountain and then breathe back down. But slow breathing from the belly. Do that for 5-10 minutes. 5 minutes is probably plenty. Also, I find an added benefit to close off one nostril, breathe it up, and breathe it down. Do that a few times and switch to the other nostril. And when you switch nostrils, you activate the different sides of your hemisphere, of your brain. And some people just stay on one side too much of the day. It's a great way to do it, and it adds to the relaxation. So those are 4 basic things. There's a number of other things, bicycling, swimming. Swimming's fantastic, actually. That's the people that live the longest, is swimmers. But swimming, I like to, if I'm in the swim pool chest deep, I like to run in the water, jump up and down, side to side. There's so many different things. Just walking, but walk brisk, and then then bring it back down. Walk like a block or half block, and then come down for a half block. I'll get back to you, Roger.
All right, thank you, Dr. Dan. Did a great job on Saturday. You should check that out if you weren't on that call or play it again. You can find it in your back office where it says click here to listen to previous announcements. And there will also be handouts for this call attachments there for this call as well. Okay, so we got an issue here with this blood pressure. All of us have it. If you don't personally have it, you had it or you got it in your family. And we've had a lot of experience with this because
You
that's
currently have high blood
damaging
pressure.
the
Come in
endothelial
below,
cells that line
so we
your
can
blood
make sure you get
vessels.
even
It's
more
killing
information.
mitochondria, making it more difficult for you to even recover. So our approach is to help you with that. But before we get to that point, I want to talk about the consequences. You really need to not be complacent about your blood pressure, right? I'm on medication, my blood pressure is okay. No, it's not. You just swapped out one problem for another. Most people on medication, their blood pressure isn't even being controlled, okay? There's a natural way to do this. And it can save you those downstream consequences like dementia and so on. And I want to start with that. I want you to recognize what's happening when you're starting to have this problem. You need to be alarmed. You need to be very alarmed, and you need to start doing something about it. Joanne Lehman out of the Midwest saw herself slipping. Listen to what happened. Me listening to your earlier testimony, you talked about the fact that you were reaching a place where you weren't quite as confident that the words that you had in your mind would actually come out the way you intended. That's not an uncommon issue. There are a lot of people who become more hesitant. Would you kind of take us back to that experience and for the benefit, especially the people who did not hear that call, talk about how Restore helped you in that way?
Well, I am 69 years old, and what was going on is I felt like that I was slowly beginning to get a little bit of dementia, couldn't remember names, couldn't remember places and these kinds of things. And so when it came to joining into conversations, I actually had a fear that I couldn't complete my sentences. So by going on this, I feel like that it is improving, that I feel like I want to join in conversations because I feel more confident that I will be able to make a sentence and express my feelings much better.
All right, that's awesome. You actually sound more confident, more forthright as I hear you today. Have people consider
No, my husband has. I think my husband has noticed that I am more aggressive in my conversation.
All right. Anything else come to mind that you want to mention about your experience with the store?
Yes, I was kind of concerned about my right ear, and I know that it was getting dimmer. And when I ended my last conversation with you, I was really surprised because I was using my phone on my right ear, and I noticed that it was much more clear. And I have even, noticed more so that I believe that ear is really getting much better. Now, I haven't had it tested, but it is definitely more sharp.
All right. Thank you for that, Joanne. Okay, so our approach here in Mito is not to try to diagnose, treat, or cure any diseases. It is simply to regrow your mitochondria and let your body fix you. The advantage in doing that is that your body will then start to fix everything. We were talking to Diane about her dementia. She just shared with us that her hearing got better. Why is that? Because your mitochondria have the highest concentration in your major organs. They're in your heart, they're in your eyes, they're in your brain, and yes, they're in your ear. Things will taste, look, feel different when you regrow your mitochondria. Okay? Now, one of the downstream consequences of if you have elevated blood sugar, say 10 years, never really high, just higher than you should be, right? You just predispose yourself to dementia and that kind of Alzheimer's and those kinds of consequences. Made it more likely that that's going to happen, or that you will end up with a stroke like James Gibson here in D.C. did. James, you recently had a health challenge.
Oh, on September the 7th, my wife looked at me and she thought I was having a stroke about 10 o'clock in the morning. And I said, girl, you don't know what you're talking about. And then about 5 that evening, she came back to me again. And I called my primary doctor, and he told me to go over to Sibley Hospital. And when I got there, they said I did have a stroke.
Tell me how you woke up feeling that day.
I felt the same way I always felt.
So you didn't feel any differently. What made her
No.
think you had a stroke?
She just said that my mouth was twisted to a certain extent.
Okay. So the stroke was mild.
Yes.
You just had some facial paralysis.
Mm-hmm.
And that you had not noticed.
I hadn't, no.
So did you look in the mirror at all that day? That
I
morning?
did. And my face looked a little bit funny, but it, wasn't. I didn't think it was a stroke until about 5 o'clock that evening. And she looked at me again, and she said, you have to call the primary doctor. Once I called him, we left and went to Sibley Hospital.
Okay.
And they did a lot of examination on me, and they said, indeed, I did have a stroke.
All right. What else did they say?
Well, I stayed in there from the 7th to the 10th. After I was released, I got home care. Instead of sending me to a rehab, they was having people come to my home doing occupational therapy. And I haven't gotten the physical therapy yet, but speech therapy.
Mm-hmm. So I was talking to you, I think it was the day before yesterday, and I couldn't tell enough of a difference in your speech to even mention. So here's the point I want you to get from this part. Don't ignore those symptoms. Jan was looking in the mirror. He didn't look quite right, but it didn't, you didn't react to it, okay? Other people can see this if you know you've been on the edge. And another thing, frankly, James's stroke could have been a lot worse, right? He was on Mito, right? But that's your part, that exercise that Dr. Dan talked about, eating correctly, all those things are critical to your overall health. I was talking to Grace White up in Philadelphia this week, today, actually, and we were talking about the fact that even people who have really severe health conditions, potentially life-threatening health conditions, all that technology, can be complacent and still eat a lot of sugar. Sugar is a demon. You can become addicted to it. It will make you want it on your deathbed. Okay? Let Grace tell you. Grace, sugar is an addiction. You got a powerful example of that. Tell me about it.
Yes. So I had a mentor, and he was teaching us stock market, and so I wound up over his house, and I looked up on the refrigerator and I saw sugar pops, and I said, "What are you doing with these sugar pops?" And so after me, just grounding them up real good, and we got him off of the sugar pops, but after a while, he had colon cancer. He had the colon cancer, and I gave him the oil, and I even shared the testimony about the CEO of the company and everything. And literally, he took my oil that I gave him and poured it down the toilet. And of course, I wanted to go upside his head. And as he was going through his chemo and challenges, I even got Miss Verna over there from Jamaica to help me with the food and to just to try to help him to save his life. And he was refusing the oil. He was refusing just even the help. He gave up. And so he literally on his deathbed, he was asking me to sneak him a piece of candy. This guy has cancer, and he is dying, and he still wanted sugar. He was so addicted to sugar. On his deathbed, he was asking me to sneak a piece of candy in his mouth. And he wound up dying. They really, really refused our help. When I said to him about, MoreMito and Roger Hill and, who you are and how you worked in NASA and the Pentagon, he literally said to me, he said, "How do I know that he really worked in the Pentagon? He could have been sweeping the floor with a broom." Like, he just literally, when I say, some people are like educated fools. He was so educated that he was so foolish to not even take the information and not to even take the food and try to fight. He gave up.
So let me ask you a
Some
question.
people are ignorant because of lack of knowledge. They refuse to get the knowledge, guys.
He had millions. He was an engineer.
So a millionaire guru, addicted, and making all bad decisions where his nutrition was concerned.
That is correct.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that, Grace.
Yes, you're welcome.
Consider how elegant this solution is. We grow your mitochondria. With more mitochondria, your cells become healthier. They can function better. That high blood sugar is also accompanied with this extra carbohydrates and sugar thing. Your body can now turn it into energy, get it out of your bloodstream, repair your cells even better. Okay? Very elegant, right? Let me give you a layer of that. How about we make you more emotionally intelligent? How about we make you more resistant to cravings? Okay? All right? Sharon Fraley down in Atlanta. I have the pleasure of speaking with Sharon Fraley. Sharon, I interviewed you last year. Really, you didn't have any specific health concerns, but your vision just was popped. It was amazing. You got all the energy. But since you were only 3 days in, you hadn't had any time to lose weight. So I'm just curious, what has happened with regards to your weight since then?
Well, Mr. Hill, since I've been on the MoreMito, my weight has went down tremendously. I've been able to keep it down, and people are asking me what I'm doing. people are saying to me, "Sure, you look good. What happened?" And I tell them it's the MoreMito product. And so when I first started taking the MoreMito product, as I mentioned to you over a year ago, I had so much energy, my eyesight changed, and then the weight, and this just started like falling off. And so I could tell how my clothes were fitting, and I was not going to the gym. Okay, so I have been able to tell people I was not going to the gym for that whole year of taking the product, and I just recently started going to the gym because the weight came off, and your skin is loose, and you just want to tone up. But also with the MoreMito product too, those sugar craves that I used to have, and the appetite, it changed it. So my taste bud changed, and so also not doing sodas, not doing processed foods, a lot of sugars and things like that was the extra on top of taking the MoreMito with the weight coming off so fast. And when I tell people, this is a natural Ozempic, you don't need those types of things. When you change your eating habits and you go on the product, the MoreMito product, this is your Ozempic. I'm a witness. I know what happened to me.
Sharon lost 50 pounds.
50 pounds.
A big part of that was the absence of those cravings that would have made her want to eat the stuff with all that sugar that she knew she wasn't supposed to eat. In case you're new, haven't been on many of these, and you think this was an isolated incident, Johnny, just cravings in general, okay? May Crosby, 77 pounds. Johnny Cruz found out he no longer craves beer down in North Carolina. Doc Elam used to look up on the top of his refrigerator and expect to see frosted flakes. He's 70-some years old, okay? The list is on and on and on. This emotional intelligence,
you can hear May Crosby's testimonial on the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie. Go on the playlist, go on to weight loss, and her testimony is there. I personally know Miss May Crosby.
Things that have been enslaving you when it comes to sugar. You might want to be free. Okay. Now, we have been talking about the kinds of things that damage your blood vessels. There's also a category called dysregulation. It just means that your cells aren't working the way they're supposed to, right? You have these mechanisms that produce the nitric oxide. Dr. Dan talked to you about that a little bit ago. That signals your blood vessels to be flexible, to expand, right? So you have lower blood pressure. But that mechanism can be broken. You can no longer regulate your blood pressure that way because it's broken. One way you can break it is you use antiseptic toothpaste like Listerine, right? Or mouthwashes or toothpaste like you see on every shelf. That's the latest rage, is these antiseptic toothpaste will kill bacteria. Well, here's the problem with that, okay? Part of the signaling process has to do with your body's ability to process nitrates, okay? That's found in foods, not the kind of bad stuff you see in bacon, okay? The importance of that is that the bacteria in your mouth cracks it. It starts the pre-processing that's finished off in your stomach. The stomach bacteria now gets a hold of it, and it puts nitric oxide in your bloodstream. Well, you break that. You can break that by one or two ways. Either A, use no antiseptic toothpaste and mouthwashes, or B, you just can get enough of that in your diet. Either way, it can cause you to have a problem. And I had this case with Renita Davis down in Atlanta also. So Renita comes to us, blood pressure so high, 200. I said, girl, you need to go get on some medication because we don't need you to die before we figure this out. She's doing all the right things as you're about to hear, but listen to how we solved that problem. I didn't hear you say anything about the blood pressure. We had a conversation about that. So tell us where your blood pressure was before. Okay, how high was it?
Well, my blood pressure was out of control, mainly because I don't want to take any medication. So I was trying to, find some things that would naturally take it down. And, but I was still struggling with it. So it was like really high. A lot of the time, it would be like 200 and something, like 228
Wow.
or 108 or 109. It would get really, really high.
So it was dangerously high. When we talked about that a few days ago, I said, you need to get on the medication because we need to keep you alive and stroke free and heart attack free until we can figure this out. But you told me the rest of your story about your fitness, your exercise and everything. And my response was, well, let's try working with your gut with some fermented foods. Let's see if we can't change the blood pressure impasse, because you know you're getting great results from the mitochondria, but something's blocking it as it pertains to that blood pressure. So remind me of what happened. What did I tell you? What did you do, and what happened?
Well, you told me to start taking some fermented foods, and the amazing thing for me was when I took my blood pressure while I was talking to you and told you what it was, you nailed it, because as far as my gut, and I knew it was my gut. And you said get some fermented foods, and I did. You told me to get some pickled beets and some sauerkraut and add that to my diet. And then you text me a couple of supplements to add to it. And once I did that, my blood pressure came all the way down to 135 over like 78.
Yeah, I think it was 135 over 75.
Yeah, probably was. That to me was amazing, because I hadn't seen 130 nothing in a long time.
This was after
How long
she
how
got
long
on
has it
Mito.
been lingering up high like that?
Wow.
But I hadn't seen it in the 130 over anything in a long time. And even when I was on blood pressure medication a few years ago, I went to the doctor and it was like 150 over something. And she said, oh, that's a good blood pressure for you.
Wow. So if 150 was a good place for you, well, it was hitting 200. So you've had it peaking at dangerous levels now, it sounds like, for over a year?
Oh, no, more than a year, honey. Over 12 years.
Wow.
Okay.
Imagine living like
I
that
was
for over
taking the
12
medication,
years
but
until
the
she found
medication was
Mito.
keeping
Which
it,
brought
like I
it
said,
down
like 150 over something.
by
So
building
I
her
was able to
mitochondria
keep
up.
it at those levels, just eating
Wow.
right, exercising, and then sometimes it would just go up out of nowhere, and I wouldn't even know like why it went that high. But I would rather play with that than to play with a medicine. That's just me.
All right, so we gave you the mitochondrial response, right? And that made changes. It was very clear to you that part was working. But I remember saying to you in the conversation, something must be blocking this. And then we tried with the different fermented foods, and that was the missing piece. There was something your gut needed to do, because you hear me say it's not what our stuff does, it's what your body does with our stuff.
Yep.
Your body needed an improved gut to do what it needed to do with our stuff.
I totally agree with that, because the beet juice, I ate some beets, drank some of the juice out of the beet, and I ate sauerkraut. I don't even care for sauerkraut, but honey, I ate sauerkraut. I found something to put it with to make it taste good. To make me, and I ate the sauerkraut, and then I just made sure that,
So how soon after did you take that reading you sent me?
Oh, that was like 2 days later.
Okay.
Yeah.
2 days later.
Yeah, because that was this week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So congratulations, and thank you for letting us be a part of your wellness journey.
Well, thank you.
Yes.
Okay, so we're really proud of the technology and what it's done for people, but I will tell you that no one's created a new super yet that you can't defeat with bad habits. You can't help out with good ones. That's why we have this nutritional counseling that Dr. Dan, Dr. Joy, and others support us on, and we give that to you, okay? You've got to know the right things to do. Fortunately, the technology inherently helps you do that if you will get on it, if you will stay on it, okay? If you will do the common sense things that you should do to avoid the situation. Please, don't be complacent just because you're on medication. Please. Don't feel like because you got a dire situation you're faced with, you might as well reward yourself with something that's going to kill you anyway or cause you to die sooner than you should. Okay? Please don't do that. All right. Let me recap our process if you got on the call late or maybe you just need to hear it again. Our focus is, again, not diagnosing, treating, and curing diseases. For the last going on 11 years, what Bevan and I have found out, along with Dale in recent years, is that if we can regrow your mitochondria, and we got the technology to do it, right? That extra energy that your body gets back that you lost, right? You're down like 50% by the time you're 60, right? And more the farther you go along in life, okay? If we put that back, your body can do straight miracles, okay? Things that baffle doctors, okay?
Yes.
We're bringing people back out of hospice in some instances. You're supposed to die. You don't die, okay? You live better, longer, fuller life. Okay, I hope you find that appealing. You put that in 3 products. Got this special technology to make it happen called XDS. Put it up in our product line. There's 3 of them. There's Restore. It's an oil-based product. Got olive oil and black oil at its base. Total of 44 ingredients all together. And they're focused on restoring your mitochondria, regrowing them. That's called mitochondrial biogenesis. And the others touch every organ system you have, your gut, like you heard her talking about, you know, your brain, your eyes. They have special needs. We got special nutrition in there for. Then there is Renew Brain and Body, which are capsules. We needed the capsules there because that's where we put the water-soluble ingredients. You see, the things that we need to regrow your mitochondria are not found in one place, nor are they found in one form. So we put, again, the water solubles in Renew Brain and Body, oil solubles in Restore. And then there's that amazing cream or gel that we have called Rejuvenate. Rejuvenate is a topical gel. I mean, it's highly recommended for anything that affects your hair, skin, or scalp. Bevan originally created it because he said nobody had killed a sunburn. He wanted to do that. But we found out this stuff is not just amazing for anything that affects your skin, bump, scratch, mold, keloid, scar that's been on your skin for 10 years or more. Put it on, watch what happens. But it also penetrates all the way to the bone.
All my
So
keloids
if
are
you're dealing with
smooth
some of
now,
these
y'all.
inflammatory issues that are causing your joints to ache and hurt, this is going to be your best friend, okay? You can put some of the Restore in it, maybe a teaspoon, shake it up, put it where you need it, and watch miraculous things happen. Put it on your eyes like I do multiple times a day. Your eyes will get healthy, right? You got some congestion, take a Q-tip, dip it in that mixture, and suck it in one nostril. Do the same thing for the other. Watch how you breathe. If you got a cold, if you got congestion, if you just want to feel better, okay? We've had people do that, and they said they see better, they think better, okay? You try and tell us what your miracle is, all right? That's how we roll here at MoreMito. Okay. With that, Dale Bronay with the commercial.
Thank you, Roger. Listen, everybody, you get these incredible products at MoreMito.com. MoreMito.com, then a /. Type in your username and hit enter. You're going to be at your website now. You know it's your site because your name is at the top of the page, so is your phone number, so is your email, even your WhatsApp number if you put it in there. And that's where you send people to learn more after you've initially told them what you've heard, what you've experienced, what's been happening for you if you're taking the product, or what they can, some things that can help them in their situation. Listen, they're going to get your website with a selection of testimonials. They're going to be able to read about XDS. They're going to be able to read the product list in each of the products and some background info. And they're even going to get to see the labels that are on the packages. But most important, they buy from you. They can purchase the people products, the pet products, only from you. They can't get them from the company. But the most important thing really is at the top right, if you're on your computer, it's in the menu. If you're on your cell phone, they can join you. Now listen, we've created a one-of-a-kind product line. Nothing does what these products do. We created a one-of-a-kind, unique company to support them. There's no cost, no fee to join MoreMito. We don't make you pay for the privilege of telling people about this stuff. There's no monthly fee to be here. The websites I just told you about, those are free. You get a free website when you sign up. And listen, we don't even force people to be on auto ship or even make a purchase to participate in the compensation plan. They're going to love our compensation plan. There's no legs to balance. There's no game plan. The money comes in that's supposed to go to compensation and stays there until somebody gets it. There's no breakage. And if you join as a referring customer, once you're a verified customer, we've checked your phone and your email. We confirmed that you're real and not a scammer from someplace. Once we've done that, you get Mito Cash if you're a referring customer. That means you get internal money. Use it to buy products. Use it to pay for shipping. Send it to other people in the company. And it is a tremendous advantage for folks outside the U.S. that don't need to work anymore with exchange rates. They can use, in effect, American money, Mito Cash, to make their purchases. But you know what? You can also upgrade to a paid rep. There's no charge for that either. Now you could get cash, and you can send that through the ACH system. We have Stripe connectivity, the most secure and wide-ranging ACH system. You can send money to virtually any bank on the planet, as well as your bank. You can also send it to PayPal, to your Venmo card. Listen, we don't pay once a month or once a week or once a day. Every time something is purchased, your compensation is in your back office to pay. You work for a job right now, you get paid maybe every 2 weeks, once a month, maybe weekly. Imagine being able to go in 2 or 3 or 4 times a day. Doesn't seem, important, but to some people it's real important. You can go in and do withdrawals as often as you need to. Roger has said many times, you're in charge of your pay here. So tell people about it. Let us reward you handsomely. Listen, we got a support staff out of this world. You call the phone number at the bottom of your website, bottom right corner, and you're going to get help from the help desk. If you got questions about putting people in, if you got questions about compensation, if you need help placing an order, if something isn't working, the help desk is there to help you. If your upline can't, if the person that puts you into business can't get it done for you, that's what we have the help desk to do for you. And if you don't get a human, if you get an answering machine, that means everybody's on the phone. Leave a message. We're going to call you back. We're here to do one thing, and that is to support you, and you are so critically important. We are having our another record year so far this year, ahead of pace versus all of our previous years, and it's all because of you, because you hold a special purpose here. Look, we built the products, one of a kind. You don't have to worry about competition. There is none. We built a one-of-a-kind company that's logical and makes sense. Pays you quickly, no cost to join. Everything here is free to support you telling people about us. Only you can tell your family, your friends, the people you're around that these products exist. And if they've got any difficulties in life, there's a chance, a great chance, those difficulties can go away. So share the message. Let us help you. Tell us what you need. We're going to make sure you get it. And of course, we're just about to fully launch our new marketing system. Everything's about to change for you. Being able to send video, send messages, all from your phone or from the back office.
Awesome,
what a great time to be here. So we're blessed that you're here, Roger. If I left anything out, let me know. I'm going to turn this back to you.
You did great, Dale. How's my sound? Hit the switch microphone.
If you're wondering how to get that website so that you can go create your free customer website, it is in the description. It is in the description on every social media that I am live on. It's also in the description on Success on Stephanie as well as Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie. So go ahead, create your free customer website so you can also download your app. But you have to have created your free customer website before you can download the app.
In fact, on every one of our calls. So we've created this risk-free opportunity. As he was saying, it costs you nothing to get involved or stay involved with us. We don't play the games. This is that company that keeps health on 100 hype or 0. Okay, you want that hype, you got a lot of choices. We're just not one of them. Okay, but we're just keeping it real here. We're all about that health. And so if that appeals to you, right, and maybe your reason would be you want to earn enough to make sure you can purchase enough of that product. That's a great goal. Maybe you got some other folks you want to help, and lots of you have done that. You used thousands of dollars and given it away to folks. I mean, in some cases, tens of thousands of dollars. I've never been in a company where that was the case. I'm so proud of you. Or maybe you've got other financial objectives in line. Well, I can just tell you, we're not going to run out of people to help this anytime soon, okay? So if you got any ambition, we pay you at light speed. We give you tools that no one else has ever had, pay you in a way that no one else has ever been paid. So there you go. You know, if any of that appeals to you, by all means, affiliate with us and let's see what we can do together. We're going places. You might want to come along.
Come on with us,
So
y'all.
with that,
Create your free customer
at the end
website.
of this, we're going to go to
Download
Q&A
that
now
app.
momentarily. If you can't stay, this recording will be available typically about 15 or 20 minutes after. I'll have the attachments there from Saturday with Dr. Joy and Dr. Dan. All that's in the back office for you. I'll up later with some additional stuff that I put in today, but it'll be associated with Saturday's call. So when you go in that back office and click where it says click here to listen to previous calls, it'll be the Saturday announcement that has all the attachments in addition to you seeing the recording from tonight. Okay, so let's pop all these hands to the top, see what we got. Dale, star 5 on your phone if you've got a question or a comment, or on that keypad if you've joined us via the internet. A lot of internationals are doing that. And we'll entertain your question or your comment. And once again, looks like we're hitting double digits, and let's go. Let's see about this wireless call we got in Washington State. I get the phone number ends in 9247. Let's find out who
the
that.
Seattle area. I think that's a Kent area. Caller, I've unmuted you. Go ahead, give us your name and ask your question.
Johnny Smith, can you hear me?
Yes, Johnny.
We can.
Yeah, I purchased a product on the 7th. I'm having problems with high blood pressure for the first time in my life. And I'm 58 years old, never had no problems with high blood pressure. So I've been on the product. I done took probably a bottle of it already. And pressure's still about 151 over 91. And so, and I know I don't drink a lot of water, and I haven't been exercising a lot. So, but I started walking again because I hate walking in the cold. But I started walking, so I'm just trying to figure out how to get this pressure back down to normal.
Okay. So this call is kind of dedicated to folks like you, and by the way, like me. I've been so engrossed in, mito business, I'll call it that I hadn't stayed on my game with respect to taking my blood pressure and even getting to the doctor. So at the end of the year, I'm noticing, look, some little odd things happening here, like a little headache. I'm not a headachy kind of person. I take my blood pressure. My blood pressure had hit as high as 190 over, I'm sorry, not 190, 150 over 90. Okay, that's crisis for me. I got no business having that. I had not that long ago gone to the doctor to get a checkup on my knee. They took my blood pressure 3 times because they couldn't believe how low it was. So I'm like, what the heck happened? All right, well, Christmas, Thanksgiving, and all that uncharacteristic eating and traveling, all of that kind of stuff, right? Well, long story short, I fought that blood pressure with that exercise that you need to get more of, right? With that more just eating, like we talk about it. Please download those handouts we got in there from Saturday if you haven't already, and listen to that call again, okay? If you will fight that, you can win. Okay, I didn't know how I was going to put an hour or 2 a day in exercise. I exercised an hour and a half before this call. Like, you just got to commit to it. I talked to a bunch of people. It's while I'm walking. It's while I'm on that stepper. It's while I'm on that rowing machine. Okay, commit and prioritize around your health. Now, what our technology is going to do, it's going to multiply your mitochondria. It's going to repair that damage, and that process is going on right now. Okay, it's happening. Okay, but you got to fight it. You got to step up your game. If you need more assistance, you call us. We'll connect you with Dr. Joy or Dr. Dan or some of the nutritional people that we have to look into your diet, because it's coming from your diet, man. We eat our way into this, right? And you can't expect to get out of it unless you do something about that diet and do something about that lack of exercise. Is that too real for you? Can you handle that?
No, I can handle it. I sold nutritional products
He
in
kept
the
it
past,
100
so
with you guys.
I'm used to network marketing and deal with large downlines. I'm starting my own program now, so I've been constantly on this computer. I haven't been exercising, and getting stressed out with all these numbers. And I know I haven't been exercising like I used to. And I know my diet is pretty bad. So that's why I was thinking, I was just trying to do a quick fix to get this product. So can I instill?
I'll say something. I'll play a lot of interviews tonight of people who did get a quick fix. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
But I got news for you. You and me, we're not quick fixes. We got to put in work, man.
Okay.
That's our reality. Okay? But the other side is fight you can win. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
So stick with it, take it. You can certainly take more. And it's got nothing to do with those other words like network. We're not even a network marketing company. Okay? We don't care about that. What we care about is giving you the very best solution nutritionally and also in terms of the advice and counseling that you get that can help get you on the right track and keep you there. Okay?
All right. So what I do is just purchase it. Do I just purchase that little health thing in the back office and someone will call me?
Yeah, well, we have the nutritional counseling on Saturdays. Get on the call, keep getting the bundle. I didn't ask you how much oil you're taking. Get the whole bundle. You know, there's reasons.
I bought two of them. I bought two of the bundles, so I bought two of them.
He was serious. He bought two
Yeah,
bundles, so that way he can take
well,
2
I
doses
done used
a
one
day.
bottle,
Okay.
and one bottle of the pills already. So and that's been 2 weeks. So
yeah. So your body's starting to turn it around, but you had this problem longer than 2 weeks. Okay. So stick with it.
Yes.
All righty.
All right. Take care.
Good deal. Thank you. Great question. Great input.
So what he was asked about, where does he go and purchase it?
So how
We have,
found?
you can, Dr. Dan, Dr. Joy, and some of our nutritional doctors do a call before our call on Saturday. They do, and you can ask questions and stuff like that. But because of the type of people they are, you have to pay for that call. And Mr. Hill negotiated as low as $20 a month. So I pay for it every month because, it's necessary.
I had cancer radiation treatment. And so
and it is in our back office. It's like nutritional counseling.
I have feeling in my hand and feet. I had my head feeling in my hand and feet since February of last year. So almost a year. I've been able to actually put on a shoe because of the neuropathy. I couldn't stretch my toes out, and then wasn't able to actually type or use a phone or hold a pen or anything because I had no feeling in my hands. So I was on it for about a week, and I did get the bundle. My mom,
after 1 week,
she's 91 years old, and she has neuropathy also from cancer. She had about 20 years ago, so she's been dealing with neuropathy for like about over 20 years. And so she's got her feeling back in her hands and feet. Also, she has congestive heart failure, and she's on the bundle.
Both of them were able to get
I was on one of the calls, and they told me how to use it on her. So normally, during the night and during the day, she coughs a lot and coughs up a lot of phlegm, like repeatedly all day long. She goes through 2 boxes of tissue a day. After being on the product for about 2 weeks, she maybe coughs maybe once a day, and the phlegm now she's bringing up is clear, and it's just, it's down to a real bare minimum. Also, she suffers with vertigo, and I started putting the technology in her ear. And after about 3 days, she's been deaf in one of her ears for about 30 years. And the doctor told us it wasn't
Put the
need for
mixture
a
of
hearing
this
aid because it
and
was
this
so far
together.
gone. It was like 95%.
Put it in ears. You can put some of
So,
this in the ear by yourself as well.
Last night, she woke me up. She was hollering and screaming and crying, and she said, I can hear, I actually feel different. And she said in her brain and her thought process, she's
Got a
feeling,
hearing back.
different. And she has not had a vertigo spell in over 2 weeks. So I just want to say, you know, just being consistent with this is a must, and the amount that you utilize and taking it like you're supposed to, you will get a result. My mom, she does understand that she's 90, well, she'll be 92 in a couple of days, that she's had these conditions for a long period of time. And so she said, I'm not looking for a quick fix. I know I'm going to get it because I'm doing what it takes. So, you know, we got it pretty quickly, you know, but like I said, she's been there for over 30 years, and she's had the cancer, you know, diagnosis. She's been clear of that for over 20 years, but she's had that neuropathy. And so we're just so excited, and we're just telling everybody we know, everywhere we go, we let them know there is an answer. You just have to be open and just have to try it. You know, we try other things, not knowing a whole lot about it, but you know, hey, you've been suffering so long, you know, you just want to fix. And so we're fixing. We're gonna continue with it. We're just gonna keep it going. We're never gonna get off of it. My mom said she wants to live past 100. Well, she'll be 92 on Friday. So that's what I wanted to say.
All right, thank you. I really appreciate you sharing
Did y'all
that.
hear that? Her mom's physically
Those points you
92
echoed about it,
was
the
deaf
importance
in
of
one of her
consistency
ears
and
for
that
over 30 years.
it's your
Can now
body, not
hear.
somebody else's. Because again, it's not what Mito does, it's what your body, as opposed to someone else's, does with Mito. So thank you, Norma.
Her mom's body responded real well as her body responded real well.
Okay.
Wow.
How about Connie Huff up in Baltimore?
All right, Connie, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Told y'all get some health knowledge tonight.
That's my wife.
Okay.
I got her phone.
Funny, got to be voice, right?
What's your name?
My name is Daryl.
Okay, Daryl. Go right ahead.
Yeah. So being on dialysis for going on to my second year, how would I start something like this?
Bottom line, Daryl, you just gotta take it. Okay. Now our whole approach, and it's like different, and it's hard to believe it's this simple, is we're gonna regrow your mitochondria. With that extra energy, your body's gonna start fixing you. It's gonna make it easier for this emotional intelligence you hear us talking about, like helping people get rid of cravings. It's gonna be easier for you to do the things that you need to do that, like get exercise. You'll feel more like doing it. Okay. Like eating right, you'll be more inclined to do so. Okay. So you got to do that part. We've had people go in dialysis and come back out on our technology. You haven't been in there that long. You've been in like 2 years, so I'm encouraged about that. It's less damage
go to the
to
playlist.
recover from.
Go into dialysis. Listen
How
to
much,
Miss
by the
Jean
way,
Myers.
are you
Personally
taking?
know
Tell me
her.
how much and what you're taking of Mito.
Oh, I this is my first time calling. I was introduced a while back, and for some reason tonight I got on the call. It just told me to get on the call, right?
Yeah.
And then I started hearing all the information, and I was
Knowledge
like,
is power, guys.
you know, because I was in the mode of trying to do something, because I was looking at herbs and different things to clean. You know, they said that if you took these herbs and stuff, they would clean your kidneys and make them start getting healthy, right? And then when I talked to my doctor, they said you can't take certain things because it might cause you to tox up. So I was confused. So I still was going to look for some solution, because I know I'm only got one solution, so I know there's another one somewhere. So that's why I'm a first time caller.
Gotcha.
So that's why I want to.
Are you enrolled with us yet? You said you somebody talked about
I'm gonna call to the gentleman that introduced me. I'm gonna get back with him now, since I'm talking to y'all, you know, because I always get the emails and I was just not looking at them, so I just kind of jumped on it.
You're getting the emails,
And
then
he's a
you're already
customer.
enrolled.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I get the emails regular,
you
I
have
just
a
had dinner and then, yeah. So I think I was missing out when I started listening to y'all tonight.
Mhm.
right.
Oh yeah.
So get back with the person now. Here's your support. In the back office, which if you may or may not know your login, now you can get it from customer service.
Mhm.
Right.
There's a place right in the homepage that'll say, click here to listen to previous calls.
Mhm.
And in
Gotcha.
December, we did a call on that involved kidney failure and so forth. So go back to the December calls, you'll see it. And in there, I got handouts and everything, the diet. I actually kind of went undercover as a person with kidney failure. I started eating like I had kidney failure. Okay. So, all the do's and don'ts about that. And it's just made an amazing difference to me. I lost 10 pounds. Okay. That was much appreciated. Fitter, and this whole thing about me doing this exercise, it started back then. So you can do some like major things, but let's get the do's and don'ts right. What foods you should eat, what foods you shouldn't. For example, simple change. Boiled eggs is one of my proteins. Throw the yolks away.
Right.
Okay, throw the yolks away. The phosphorus and whatnot in there is just, you can't handle it. So get ready to throw that out. There's all kinds of other stuff in there. Build your meals around healthy fats. Every day my meals are salad, romaine lettuce, avocado, cucumbers, and red onions, right? Plus maybe mushroom or whatever thrown in. Get used to doing that. Avoid the sugar spikes by not putting carbohydrates in the beginning, or certainly not sugar in the beginning of that meal. All that advice is there, okay? So if you roll with us in terms of being on the products, get a bundle, right? And then following the advice that all the experts are giving you.
Bundle.
I'm loving your chances, man. We can turn this.
Brainy Body Bundle number
Hey, I
one.
appreciate it. I'm glad I came. I don't know if the Lord put me on here tonight, so I'm glad I came now. I've been procrastinating, so thank you for your information, and I'll start my journey.
So if you've been procrastinating like him, get your bundle now. Create your free customer website so that you can get your mitochondria strong and see how your body responds with the product.
Okay, so we got Nelda Hayes from California calling us on the web.
Nelda, I've unmuted you. Go ahead.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I had a few questions. I'm ready to get started. I have a lot of health issues going on, especially with my digestion.
Yeah.
I'm scheduled tomorrow to get this stuff called Entyvio shot up in me so to stop all this inflammation, and I have IBD. I'm really scared. I really don't want to do it. I've been seeing the commercials with all these side effects, and I'm just, my question, I guess, is, can this stuff, the products be taken with medication? Is it going to be any kind of discrepancy if I do the the MoreMito product?
MoreMito.
So MoreMito products as well. And how soon do you get the products once I order it? And do you take Discover card?
I'm gonna let Dale answer the Discover card part. But let me speak to the process here. So first of all, obviously you gotta get on the technology and let it go to work for you. We paid a lot of attention to guts, right? I mean, guts are so critically important. And if you were on the call earlier, you heard us talk about that one young lady, Renita, whose blood pressure issue was coming from really what wasn't happening in her gut. Okay. And so we gave her some nutritional advice to help that. But now you got mitochondria spinning that up, that you're feeding it the right stuff. So between the way the technology works and then the suggestions you can get for us otherwise, that really gives you a great chance. And it's something that the results have just been stellar. Rebecca, who works in our customer service, came to us probably the worst case of Crohn's I'd ever seen.
Yeah, I have UC.
Okay, all UC, all of it, right?
Yeah.
You've got a corrupted gut, mitochondria been damaged. Our technology is going to repair that, give your body the resources to repair that damage, regrow those cells, stop that gut from leaking things in your bloodstream, and just lighten your whole body up with inflammation. Okay, that's our process. She came to us I think, in the early part of the year. And within a week or two, she didn't have the acid reflux anymore. Okay. And then as the time went by, all the markers got better and better and better. But probably took her 6 or 7 months altogether. But she's eating fruits and vegetables again. You know, when your gut's lit up, you can't eat fruits and vegetables, so therefore your body can't even take in a lot of the good stuff it needs to help fix itself. Right? So we're gonna break you out of that catch-22 by regrowing your mitochondria, and now your body knows how to do this, right? It hasn't forgotten.
Yes,
It's just it doesn't have the energy to run those programs. We're gonna put it back. Okay?
Yeah, but I guess my question, should I go through with this? I don't really want to get this, injection tomorrow. It's an IV treatment for like 30 minutes. I'm really leery about it. Or just wait till I get my product. That's what I'm thinking.
I'm going to take a screenshot and try to give you a call back so we can talk longer.
Okay.
You're going to have to get that decision.
Phone number?
I got it up. Well, let's see. Are you calling? Okay. Do this for me, please. I want you to email me your phone number. Here's the email address.
What is it?
It's Roger. You spell it with a D, RODGER.
GER.
At MoreMito.com.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
RODGER
and you always got the fallback of calling customer service. That number's on the tell the customer service number down.
509-593-3300.
And are there doctors on the call at customer service to talk to?
No.
The customer service people on the call, but I will talk to you. So you email me there, like I said, and you've got the fallback of calling customer service. They can put you through to me also. Okay.
509-593-3300. Okay.
Correct.
And what's your name? Roger, I forgot.
Roger
Hill.
Hill is
yeah,
option
that's
6.
right. But the email address is roger.hill. I'm sorry, that's no other email address. Roger at MoreMito.com.
Oh, okay. And how long has this company been around again?
Company's been around since '91. Bevan and I started this though in a previous company in 2015. So we've been at this for 11 years.
For the MoreMito. Okay.
Okay.
Well,
long enough to have seen it helped a lot of people like you. I can tell you that.
Really? Because I'm toe up.
Okay, so like I said, I mean, you probably would have toe up as Rebecca was. She was bleeding, getting those iron injections every so many weeks. Here's a mess.
Oh, wow. Oh,
okay.
So I'll email you in a few minutes.
So if y'all experiencing eye injections,
email me right now before this call is over.
If you're experiencing eye injections, you definitely want to get on the product. I was talking to another one of my customers last night, and he was sharing he's diabetic, on dialysis, and he was sharing with us, as well as somebody that he was trying to that was on dialysis, getting injections and stuff as well. But he was sharing how he no longer has to get any injections. His last visit to the doctor told him that was his last injection. You know what he's doing? He's using the products. So he no longer has to get the injections, So if you're one of those out there that are getting injections, you want to get the products and you want to use them correctly. Make sure you at least start off with the regular dosage. Okay, so learn what the regular dosage is, because so many people are not taking a full dosage. Now, we have a lot of people that are getting results, even though they're not taking a full dosage. But what does Mr. Hill suggest, the CEO? You at least take the regular dosage and then go from there. You can always take more. If you can afford to take more, if you can afford to get more than one bundle, the more the better.
Okay. We'll pick you up then, okay?
And raise your hand. It's star 5.
Yeah, that's right. Into the panel with Deblon Jackson in Detroit.
All right, I've unmuted you from Detroit. Go ahead with your question. 3462 is the last 4 digits of the number. Deblon Jackson. And we don't have Devlin with us.
Okay.
That person's not paying attention.
Come back if you can figure it out. You need to hit star 6 if you've used our system to mute yourself. If you use your own phone, well, you don't mute your own phone.
Yeah. Unmute him one more time and see if we see him show up. Unmute him one more time.
All right. Devlin, are you there?
So again, while they're trying to get him unmuted so he can either ask his questions or give his testimony. Again, you want to make sure you get your brain and body bundle number 1. How do you get your brain and body bundle number 1? You either, if somebody else referred you, you're going to get back with that person. But if you were referred by myself or seeing one of my social media sites, the website is in the description. You'll go and you're going to create your free customer website, and then you're going to go on in your back office and click Shop MoreMito and order your products. You can also go on the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie under the playlist, and we show you how to create your free website. We show you how to order, etc. Then a third thing you can do is you can text me, 817-320-2571. Text me, and we can schedule a time to talk, and I can assist you in that way.
Bless your heart. Go right ahead.
Right. I was introduced. This is my first time. I did go on the site just to hear some of the testimonies. And what it is, because I suffer with, they want to do, I had a hip done 7 years ago, and they want to do the left one now. And the pain and the cramping in the leg, they did a nerve conduct test, and they said there's nothing wrong. They can't find nothing wrong with the nerves. But I know something's wrong with my back and the leg. I know it's sciatica, but I was just wondering, because you talk about mitochondria, because I used to do a lot of research, and I know you have to go deep sometimes to solve problems. So I'm just wondering if this is part of my path to try this product to see if it would help.
Right.
With
well,
the
mitochondrial restoration puts your body in a better position to manage inflammation. And then one of our products in particular, Rejuvenate, along with the Restore, which is the oil-based product, is really good because it penetrates, like I said, all the way to the bone. It'll take the nutrition there, it'll feed those cells so that they can respond and help you with that. But there's also a physical therapy aspect of this, and we've got some experts here. You see Dr. Joy? Dr. Joyce on the line with us still. Put your hand up, Doctor.
This is why we invite y'all to the calls, because knowledge is power, right?
Go ahead.
Dr. Joy, scientific expert that you are.
We not only tell you about the products and how the products can build your mitochondria, but as you can see, we have experts on here that share medical information as well.
Big attention, as you know, because I heard you call me. And she is having problems with, what was that?
Sciatica, sounding problem.
Oh, sciatica, yes. That is so easy, Pauline. So, Pauline, you
I'm
have
having
your
problems hearing her. I can hear your voice clearly, but hers is not clear.
We'll turn her up, and Dr. Joy, if you could speak a little louder.
Yes. So you have received the products already, is that right, Pauline?
No, I haven't ordered anything yet.
Okay.
Well, you are going to order a full bundle. It's to Restore, Rejuvenate, and you can get the Renew as well. You're going to put a...
Tell about the physical part. Go ahead.
Okay, you're going to rub in that product into the middle of your hip, the side that hurts the worst. And you're going to put it right there in the center. You're going to know because it hurts there. It's a little, like it's a little marble that's going to be right up under the skin. And you're going to take your longest finger, or you'll get someone like your husband to put his elbow right there on it and make a circle on it and lean into it. Just lean in for up to 30 seconds or 1 minute. The whole little thing would stop hurting if you work with it for about 3 minutes. You will know where you are because it's the middle of your hip. And it hurts like all dickens. But you feel it more so on the side going down your leg, but the pain is starting at the middle of your hip, and if you put the pressure there, it makes the pain go away. Pauline. Were you able to hear me?
Yes, I heard all what you said. So
thank you.
Thank you very much. I know you've mentioned, well, diet has been mentioned because, you know, with pain, because I don't take medication. I haven't taken medication for a long time, since the big C came in 2019. So I stopped all medications. You know, I've just been hobbling on through with the pain and just kind of trying to meditate a bit to try and cope with it the best I can. But as you said, I would have to order a bundle. My question is, because I've ordered, I ordered from a company called Vision, their products, and it was damaged, and I had no success with them dealing with the damaged products, and I just thought that money was a loss. So when it comes to ordering from America, I'm a bit, you know, shaky. So what, do you have a lot of customers who's had, you know, sent to the UK?
Yes, I have actually sent to the UK. They received it in only 4 days, Pauline.
4 days.
We ship all over, guys.
And it wasn't very expensive at all. Not at all. It was either 20, it wasn't, yeah, it's very much success in sending there. The beauty about this company, we send it all over the world. And people have had success even in the mountains, down in the Caribbean, just everywhere. So feel good about it.
So would I have a WhatsApp number for help once I order it, to if I need any support and that, because due to the fact it's an American number.
Right, so Dale's going to give you a WhatsApp number.
Yeah, I don't have the WhatsApp number right in front of me. We have an 800 number on the website you can call. It's free to call us on the 800 number, and I will send you. Do you use WhatsApp at all?
Okay.
I think she does. I think I have a WhatsApp. I could advise her.
Okay. Now I'm looking at an email address, Paulina, on this sign. Is that your correct email address at Gmail?
What, the email?
Yeah, DEMO.
Okay. So the lady who introduced me first, I go through to her to do the order.
Yeah, you want to affiliate with her, and then you'll get your own website. You make that purchase through her website. But in terms of communicating with us by phone, I'm looking at your email address. Does your email address start with demo, DEMO, Q24?
Correct. Demo Q24.
Okay, I'm going to take a screenshot there. You can do the same thing. And we can email you, right? We can email you the right WhatsApp number to contact us on. Dale can do that.
Well, thank you. Yes.
So you create your free customer website, and then once you create your free customer website, you'll log into your back office and go to Shop MoreMito and create your order from there. And when you create your free customer website, whoever referred you, you're connected to them, because you should have gone to through their website to create your free customer website. So you're connected.
You know, I feel it because I studied medicine and that. Yeah, I didn't go to college, but I just.
And as y'all can see that we ship all over, so it doesn't make a difference where you are. We ship all over. We ship our products, our bundles, all over, guys. It doesn't matter where you are. So create your free customer websites, get those orders in, and hey, let's get it shipped to you and see what it does with your body.
How people are talking about how it's helping.
Well, thank you for sharing that. Who was it introduced you, by the way, before we let you go? Who was it introduced you?
Abina.
Abina?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Okay, so we'll be in touch.
And if y'all notice, you see how concerned they are with who referred her or who introduced her, because we want to make sure that whoever referred you. So like me doing my hard work, talking to different people, referring people, then they want to make sure that you're connected to me. If somebody else referred you, say for instance, Jennifer Kennedy referred you, you need to be connected to Jennifer. Jennifer's also connected to me, right? Or say, for instance, Kiana, Kishana, either one of those referred you. Those are my 3 children. You go to their website, create your free website, but guess what? You're still connected to me. Or say for instance, I was trying to think of somebody that Handy Randy. So, if Handy Randy told you about it, then you go, and we have testimonials on Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie, from Handy Randy. Well, Handy Randy is not connected to me, but you would get back with Handy Randy and, and then, get connected through his website. So it doesn't make a difference who you're connected to. The main thing is get connected and get your products so that you can, get your mitochondria built up so you can see what the product does with your body. Okay? That's the main thing. It's all about getting that health knowledge, getting your mitochondria built up so your body can fix itself like God designed it.
Products. So what can you suggest to me concerning that, or do we need to talk to her personally about it, or just, I don't know why.
When you say that they didn't give you okay to start on the product, is that any health products or specifically our products?
Well, Norma from Memphis emailed her the names of the products, and she gave the information to the doctor, her heart doctor specialist. She's up, she had heart transplant in Nashville, and they did not give her the okay to take the product. Are they considered herbs?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
They're considered
they
food.
didn't give her the okay to take it, and I was just wondering, is there anything else that you can recommend if she can't take that, or just what?
Well, her options are limited. Okay. How much longer is she gonna be in that status?
I'm not sure, because she has to go. But right now we've got it where she go once every 3 months. She was going every week, every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks. Now we've got up to once every 3 months.
Okay. I would call them back and find out how much time we got left on this. I mean, it can't be forever, I wouldn't think. And if she's already been on a year and a half, maybe getting to the end of it.
So guys, I'm gonna tell you, in some instances, you have to use a little common sense. Okay, like for me, doctors had me on 18 to 20 different medications, right? Well, guess what? I had to use my common sense because, as I continued to learn that a lot of the medication they had me on had side effects and was causing other things. And so I prayed to God. This was in 2015, and I asked him, could he please send me something so that I wouldn't have to take all these pills? Okay, so then that's when I found out about the products, because at that time I had gone to a neurologist, and the neurologist said that 2 of the medications that I was on, and they had been on for a long time, they were over medicating me. They was taking my migraine away, immediately giving my migraine back to me and causing depression, which was why I couldn't function the way I used to function. As she asked me, how I was feeling, what I had going on with my body, I explained to her, I'm a multitasker and I haven't been able to multitask. Well, that's because the medication that the doctors had me on, was causing me to be depressed. Okay. So again, sometimes you have to use your own common sense. So I had to use my own common sense. I prayed to God. And on December 31st, I got a call. And that's when I first learned about the Rejuvenate Gel. Now, they didn't have the Restore at the time, and there wasn't Renew. It was actually Mind and Perform. and mine in form is now condensed into one capsule and enhanced, and now it's Renew Brain and Body. But I first started out with the Rejuvenate Gel, and I had been living in pain for years, which they told me that's the way I would live the rest of my life. And this Rejuvenate Gel is what took that pain away. It actually broke my migraine. Yeah, I actually was I would learn to tolerate pain. And when I couldn't tolerate it, I would go to the hospital, get a shot. It would bring it back down to where I could tolerate it. Okay, that was part of the lifestyle that I was living. I was living a lifestyle in pain, and thanks to the Rejuvenate Gel, this actually broke my migraine, and it's just been great since then. I've come off all the medications. I don't go to those doctors anymore. But I'll share more of that later.
I want you to say it, Roger, because then I'm going to send this tape to that person. They're very concerned about, even though it's food and it's a nutraceutical and whatever, about that interfering with blood thinners for his dad's blood pressure situation. So brain aneurysms, whether they're genetic or not, and then the blood thinner in our MoreMito, which I know it doesn't, but I think it's better to hear you say that, and then I'll put this gentleman on the line to give his testimonial. And of course, when he's dying, he's doing so much better now. Please, thank you.
Okay, so we've had many people who are on blood thinners also using our technology. No one's ever reported an issue at all.
I never had an issue, and I
the
get on blood thinners.
The question is valid because healthy oils like our olive oil and black seed are also mild blood thinners, so they're always concerned about potential conflicts. But there haven't been any. Okay, I got a good friend of mine down in Dallas.
It just helped me come off off the medication.
Who has multiple stents in his heart, on blood thinners, all of that, multiple strokes and whatnot. The only thing bringing him back is our stuff, and that's how it's worked out.
After I got on the products, my oncologist, that's the doctor you go to when you're having, problems with your blood. So when I was on blood thinners, I was seeing an oncologist, and he asked me, he's like, well, you get to make the decision as to whether you want to come back. He said, all I'm doing now is I have you come in once a year. I'm checking your blood levels. I ask you if you're taking your low dose aspirin, and that's it. Only thing I did different, y'all, was take the products. That's all I did. And they started noticing the difference. That's all I did. Try it and see what you come up with.
I played an interview of a lady with a bulging carotid artery. Okay? That's kind of in that class because there's a weakness in that blood vessel. Who was that? If you go back and listen to that call, you'll be able to hear it. That's just one example, but there are many. There are many. It was, who was it? That one. Darlene Ralston. So Darlene Ralston, bulging carotid artery, another, I could tell her just no. Oh, you need some more mitochondria. She takes our stuff, bulge goes away. So that's
I hear that?
One of many examples. Okay?
Right.
She takes our stuff.
Okay, then go ahead and introduce yourself.
Okay, hello, MoreMito family. I just want to start by giving you guys all the kudos and adulation as I can now, because I was in excruciating pain today, and when I first tried this a few months ago, I was kind of skeptical, to be honest, but it has put to the test and it has passed with flying colors. So I got out here maybe half an hour ago, not even, and I was in excruciating pain tonight. Foot pain, nerve ending, nerve pain, my tooth and mouth, and I've been applying it for about 20 minutes now, and
with a Q-tip.
Yeah, with the Q-tips, Esmeralda's provided everything, and I'm gonna be a customer and a member and supporter, which I am now, but I'm really vouching for this, and hopefully a hound supporter. But this is amazing.
I don't know about your back pain.
He said he applied, and after 20 minutes, he's not in that pain, y'all. Y'all need to get your products.
And used it on my back, and it worked the same. So
we have an ER clinic here.
Yeah, she's like the dealer of Miami.
Okay, so that ER clinic is in your body. It's called mitochondria. And, it's just amazing. I thank you for giving us that report. We did a call recently. I don't know how long that was ago, Dale, but not that long, on oral health, gums, teeth, all of that. People avoiding, thousands of dollars in dental bills, having teeth filled with cavities, all that magic. So, hey, welcome to the club.
People's teeth growing back in.
Oh,
yes.
Thank you, Dr. Hill. I appreciate it. You're a godsend, man. I really appreciate it.
Whenever I get ready to go to the dentist, y'all, I make sure I start upping my dose. I make sure I take my Restore Oil multiple times a day, and also my Rejuvenate Gel and my Renew Brain and Body, because I need to get more in me, because with them having my mouth open for long periods of time, my jaws start popping, and it puts me in pain. But since I started doing upping my regular dose of my products like a week ahead of time, I'm not in that pain when I get finished from the dentist. And they do take breaks. They give me breaks because they know about my jaws popping and everything. But the difference came when I started taking more of the MoreMito products starting a week before. It has really made a difference. So, and we have several testimonies of how people have had great success with dental issues turning around, etc., just from using the products in their mouth.
You told Dell to unraise her hand, but she didn't get to say what she wanted to say, so I don't know if she's still on.
I don't see her though. She needs to, if you're on the line, though, to do star 5 over again, so your hand will go up. But I don't see you on the panel right now.
I got her.
Okay.
I got her right here.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Alice. Dorothy,
Thank you.
let's go.
Dorothy, I've unmuted you. This is me, Dorothy Brown. Are you there? I see you tried to say hello, but we're not hearing it. Your speaker's lighting up. Whoa. Try it again.
Was that her?
Just not here.
Okay.
Alice, maybe you should three-way her in.
Yeah, exactly. Have her call you, Alice, and then then let's put Alice's hand down, and then Alice, you can put your hand back up when you get her. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Super. All right.
Okay.
Who's next?
Okay. So why don't we get with Renard Gums in Leesburg, Virginia. I've been to Leesburg.
All right. I've unmuted you. Go ahead, Renard.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi. How you doing? I just recently joined. Became a member, and when you were speaking about the olive oil, I have high cholesterol. One of the things I have is high cholesterol, and from what I know that olive oil is high in saturated fat. Is it the same olive oil that you get from the store?
Oh no!
No, I'll tell you what Bevan does with that olive oil you get from the store.
Cleans
the
machines.
best quality you can get out of the store. Takes it back to the lab, cleans his equipment with it, and throws it out. That's what he does with what you would get from the store. Ours is internationally sourced, and it adds ingredients to a total of 44, and we process it for 2 months. It takes that long to get this XDS process into it, right? And it works like no olive oil you've ever seen. Or you completely transformed. But let's step past all of that, okay? None of that matters if it doesn't work, okay?
Right.
We did a call a little while ago on this very subject. You can join us, you can go your back up and listen to it, okay?
All right. But it's other stuff too. I wanted to ask you. There's a couple. I would say I'm taking high blood pressure medicine, and I'm still. I have to take it twice a day, and I'm concerned that taking it with the medicine will
So So most people on this line, I don't know how many, but certainly a significant percentage are on medication right now. And given that the population has about half of high blood pressure, probably half of them are on blood pressure medication. So there's no counterindication between our technology and the medication. The only thing you got to be careful about is when your body starts to assert itself because you're healthy, then you got to get with your doctor and lower that blood pressure medication so it doesn't go too low.
Well, I've been taking it for a long time.
Great testimony for y'all to listen to. If you go to the Health Award Show with Stephanie, go on the playlist for high blood pressure is C.W. Whitaker. And he explains how, you know, what his numbers were, how they've come down. He's had to go to the doctor a few different times because, you know, by him getting on the products, it helped to lower his high blood pressure. And then he would have to go to the doctor and they would lower his medicine. And they did that a few times. And I think he's off of them now. Then I know last time we talked about it, he said the next step should be the doctor taking him completely off. Great results, though.
Lack of sleep.
I know. I've been there slightly. Okay. Yeah. No, you see, we got this is our approach. How you exercise, how you eat, and how you regrow your mitochondria. Those are the three things, right? I mean, like, if you're gonna take our stuff but eat junky and don't get any exercise, obviously it's like you got one foot on the gas, the other foot on the brake.
Right.
If you roll with the total solution, then hey, you know, like I said, I was 190 over, I'm not 190, 150 over 90 in December. I've never seen that before. I'm not supposed to have that. I do healthy stuff, right? But
he does.
You get older, your body plasticity, the literature says, your blood vessels can become like dysregulated. It's not responding to exercise the way it should. It's not responding to that. But I had to go hard. Okay, I got to do the exercise. I got to be strict on my diet. And I've been rewarded. Today, my blood pressure is like 120 over 73 or something like that.
Oh, that's not bad.
But, and honestly, here's the other dimension of this. It's been higher and lower leading up to now. But the trend is down. Okay? So there you go. So you got to get with the program, take our stuff, follow the advice all the experts are giving you, and other doctors we include in the attachments to this call. And hey, let's do this thing.
All right. Well, one more question. How long did it take you to get down that
everybody's body's different, so how long it took him doesn't mean that that's going to work for him.
And I can take this phone off right now because it's all recorded in the phone. So it was probably mid-December when I said I got to do something about this, leading up to like Christmas. And that was when I had that like really, really high number. And I was shocked because I could tell you what my blood pressure was in 2017, 2018. I could tell you every day, right? But I just ran it this year where I was. And then I got behind going to the doctor, went to the doctor, didn't realize it's been over a year since I had been. I was just so preoccupied, right? So any one of those, I would have seen it and I would have reacted to it. So now I'm in a panic. It's like, okay, well, I got to lock down. But and then I got to understand the process that this it's not going to be like flipping a light switch. You know, this ain't like you're going to Home Depot buy a light switch, right? It's going to be a process, and you're going to have it's going to be like up and down. That's the way blood pressure is. But if you just hang with it, I, among others, am an example of how well it works out. Okay, I will get that teenager's blood pressure reading back. Like I said, it wasn't that many months ago. I had to go for another read just to get the X-ray, and they took my blood pressure 3 times because they didn't believe it was so low. You know, what's an older black guy doing here with low blood pressure like that? I'm supposed to have high blood pressure. Not me. Okay. So there you go.
So I should lose weight. I think I'm a little I can lose some weight because
if you get on that diet we talked about, we talked about that oatmeal diet and been on everything like. I have lost 10 pounds, okay, which was much appreciated. I didn't know where the time was going to come from to do this exercise. I did it, and now I got more time. While doing this hour, I got an hour and a half in before this call.
Right.
Okay, walking and talking, you can make this happen and we can help you. Okay.
All right, I got you. Okay, then. All right, I just want to.
Y'all heard what the CEO, Mr. Roger Hill, said. This is how it works. You have to do those three things: exercise, get on our products, right? Get your bundle, your Renew Brain and Body bundle, and watch what you eat. Things, okay? And like they were talking about sugar earlier, trust me, I know. Had a few things going on, got a little stressed, and those Reese's with the what's 4 in a pack, 5 in a pack, man, I tell you, that sugar was good to me because when you stress, what you crave those things, right? And sometimes I may eat five packs a day, 5 packs of the long ones, okay? Sometimes it may be more than that, okay? And I gained weight from that, from the stressing and eating and all of that, and not working out the way I used to work out. So it does make a difference. That sugar can get you.
Oh, I got this stuff you need to try, and I'm like, oh God, here we go with something else. Everybody's trying to push something on me. I've tried everything, taken all kinds of tests. Doctors say there's nothing wrong, but I'm still in pain. So I'm praying that this works. Miracles for me. I developed high cholesterol after the COVID injections. I don't, never had high cholesterol.
COVID was something
ever.
else.
I'm a small, thin lady, and I even had hyperthyroidism.
Okay.
So I don't know if that is taking effect to the numbness in my foot, the knee
So
pain.
get to your question for me. We got a lot going on.
So she said to use this ointment. I guess the oil, it should help, but I've used it for a couple of days because I just got my package the other day on Saturday. I just received my package, so I'm trying and rub the ointments on. How do I take the pill? I think I only started with one pill because I wasn't sure how to take it.
That's a half a dose.
Okay, so you got a brain and body bundle, you got the oil, and you got.
I got the whole package. Yeah, I got the bundle.
So there's instructions on each one of those bottles, and also on the website. Quickly stated, it's like 1 teaspoon a day. If you use a dropper, it would be good to split it up to 2 milliliters in the morning, early, 2 milliliters late. Yeah. Take that brain and body. You got 2 capsules, one early, one late, and then you got the cream.
To that line.
Put a little bit of that restore, maybe a teaspoon of oil. Put it in there, shake it up, and rub it where you need it.
Teaspoon.
Okay. And
put the oil in the
spoon. The oil. Put it in the cream. Close the top up. Shake it up, right? And then put it on there. Okay. That's kind of how you do that. And you're coming from a line of miracles here. Okay.
Brain and body, you take 2 capsules a day. She was only taking one.
Had a problem with her lungs from smoking she did 20 years ago, had a black line across the bottom of her lung. And the doctor told him, there's no problem, we can just cut that off. Okay? So Lynn was in a lot of misery like you. That's why she's so passionate about it. And she gets on our stuff, problem solved, with her body, fixing it with this energy from mitochondria. So she's wishing that on you. Okay? All right.
And just being on this call, I didn't know what mitochondria. No, not that. I didn't know that's what that
MoreMito
from.
MoreMito.
I did not know.
Which is short for more mitochondria.
Yeah, more mitochondria. We were talking one day. Dale said, "That's what y'all talking about, isn't it? MoreMito? Oh, that should be the name of the company." Okay.
Yeah, that's how the name got changed to MoreMito.
Mitochondria fixes all these problems.
It's short for more mitochondria. Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna try it and put it on my leg, my knee, because it seems like it's getting worse. And then my doctor keeps trying to push this cholesterol medicine on me. I don't want to take it.
Okay, well let's roll with us and let's see what happens. All right. Usually good.
So much.
All right, great having you on. Okay, so let's go back and get Alice, who's got that person with her. I believe she's down on the bottom now.
All right, Alice, I've unmuted you. Go ahead.
Dorothy?
Alice Dorson, yeah.
Yay. Yeah. Go right ahead.
Hi, how you doing?
Okay.
How you doing?
Great.
Yeah, I've been trying to get a chance to talk to you for quite a while now, but I mean, you're so very busy. Whatever, it's not about the Mito period, because we all know that's something that's from heaven and everybody is using it, and it's fantastic. But what I wanted to talk to you about was because I know, we start to use, or is this, I'm just confused right now. Can't we start to put this MoreMito step up now for our health insurance? Couldn't we?
So there's some people, like there's this card that some people have that, they get this extra money put on it, they can use for it. I forget what that's called, maybe Dale recalls. But we have that, but, we're not a medication. We're food. Technically, we are food. Now,
yeah, but see, that's what I'm talking about, because of the fact that there's so many other things, you can put on there, but this stuff is fantastic. And to me, it needs to be, step up a level, because the fact that it is doing what most things cannot do, seriously.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's a natural healing situation right here. Okay. And I really truly think that it needs to step up. So I have talked to because I have Medicare, and I have talked to my advisor about it, and she told me, maybe I should discuss it, with the CEO, so that they can actually.
So I'm not aware of any way we can make that happen. But if you learn of it, or we learn of it, we're certainly happy to do it. Okay, but we don't fit in that category. That's what it comes down to. Okay.
Because we're not a medication, we're a food.
It really
this is considered a food
so my
that we're using to build your mitochondria up.
Is refer some people, earn some compensation, and make it more inexpensive for yourself, or get it paid for altogether. Okay. Let's go help a whole bunch of other people while you're helping yourself in the process.
So as y'all see, he built in a way where you can earn free product. Just like you have a website, you tell other people about it. They create their website by going to your website. They're connected to you. And from that, you can earn free product if you're a referring customer. That's why I try to sign up as a referring customer, so that you can get free products. Okay. Now, then and so we love everybody that's a customer. So all of my customers, thank you. I love you. And then if you choose to earn income, you can switch to paid representative, and you can do that too. It's free to do all of that, though.
Let's go with Lily Franklin in New Jersey.
All right, Lily, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Hello, and thank you so much for calling me, Roger. I think I have 10 people on here that were asking questions, so hopefully they heard a lot that they needed to hear.
That's awesome. She had 10 people on.
I won't get
I invited
into that,
a lot of people as well.
But I did tell them
sent out reminders.
To plug in. But my thing tonight, I want to say about some things that has been added. When I started with the eyes, I wasn't sweating before. Now I'm sweating. And the drops that I was putting in my eyes before, my eyes are making their own water. Then with the acid reflux that I had, I just realized I'm not taking that medicine for that anymore. And then too, my feet were cold before, and my feet they're not cold anymore. So there have been some things that has added to my system that I've seen take place. And I listen a lot to what the people are saying, that this won't happen, that won't happen. With the blood pressure, I had the problem with the arm where the pressure went up. So there are things that's going to take it up. And I'm still taking the medicine, but I think my body has to get used to some of this release of things. And then, what is going on it's going to go on until we get to where we need to go. So my thing is, like I told all these people to call in, to listen to these calls, and what they need, they'll hear. Then they'll get a chance to talk to you, call you, get the stuff and take it. They got to take it. And one thing, 2 or 3 people can't take it.
Get it and take it.
Get our own stuff. You got to take it long enough to know what it does for you before you say it's not doing anything.
That's right.
So I'm not going to keep talking, as you know I can't. I'm going to say, I saw something read today. It said, if you don't take time to take care of your health now, you will be forced to later. And then you could be forced out and it won't be any later. So let's get on MoreMito. Because it really has done great things for me. And look for what it does for you instead of saying what it doesn't, because it is something that it's doing that you don't recognize in the beginning.
Yeah,
thank you so much for
Thank you, Willie.
Now, she said a mouthful, because oftentimes people may say, oh, it's not doing anything. But again, lack of knowledge, right? It's doing something in your body. A lot of people just don't stay on it long enough to see the results or feel the results, but there are things going on in their body. That's why you should get on it, stay on it, and you will see results. That's one thing we can say. If you get on the products, you will see some type of results. Oftentimes you will find out things that's going on in your body that you didn't even know that was going on in your body. So
hi, this is Kanisha. I started taking the product, I believe it was on a Thursday, maybe almost 3 weeks ago. And I've been having issues with sciatica for 20 years. I'm 50. It was from an accident. And they went away. I found a physical therapist that, they went away. I got some stretch therapy, and I have finally got relief for almost 3 years. And then one day I woke up in July. I had a slight pain in my back, and then everything had just went numb on my left side. Half of my right leg went numb, and I just didn't know what happened. So I took been having issues since July, and after a week of taking the bundle, I did everything. I called her my auntie, Donna Smith, said to do. And within 4 days, I drove the car almost 6 hours a day on a Saturday, after not being able to drive for a couple of years now, actually, because I can actually feel my right foot. Because I started, and this was the first symptom that I had, first time I had a symptom of neuropathy and everything going down my legs, even with the sciatica, and I found out that I had a little bit of spinal stenosis now. So my question is, I've been following the direction. I would say 4 days is overnight. I haven't seen a significant amount of progress since then, but I haven't went backwards. So I'm happy about that. So I was just wondering, is there anything else that I can do for my particular condition?
You can stay on it longer and take more of it if you can afford it. And you can do the early and you can do the early advice we gave about exercise and diet, because now you've got more mobility.
I'm already doing that.
Okay, so you're on the right track. Just roll with it.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
All right, great answer.
yes. Yeah.
Okay, so
she is
Verlene
seeing
Walker's in
results.
Chicago.
She's able to drive now. We've had a lot of people
Verlene, I've
that
unmuted
not
you.
been
Go
able to
ahead with your
drive for a while.
question.
Now they're able to drive now. They're getting their mobility back.
Verlene, number ends in 9416. In Chicago. I have to come back to her, Roger.
Okay. Well, what about that one right next to her up there in where's that?
Dentist, possibly. Cincinnati, Ohio?
McCarnahan?
I'm here.
Okay. Tell us again.
Go ahead.
All right. Well, two things with my wife. My wife had a blood clot that was found October 10th. They went in the hospital. Story, but the short story of it, a month later, they checked again and it was gone. And that was important. I read the report in my chart online. And yet, my doctor, to this day, even after I waited for 3 months, and we went back and had her do this test again to be sure, and it said that there is no real activity. He still wants her on Eliquis. And that means, you got to be careful about these other natural things. So what do you know about that? The Eliquis, the drug Eliquis against using MoreMito. MoreMito's working on the cellular level, I understand that. And Eliquis is thinning blood.
Okay, so what was your first name again?
Dennis.
Yeah. Okay, so Dennis, confirm for me, are you all on Mito at this time?
Yes.
Okay, so you're on Mito, and you've gotten something that you recognize to be positive benefits?
He said, yeah.
Is that my understanding?
Yes.
Okay. So your body, you have confirmation that per that additional mitochondria energy that our technology allows your body to create, your body is now fixing itself better. Okay? Now.
Well, that's my idea. That's what I'm working on. Yeah.
So then why not ride that out? And go back to your doctor and give him your preferences. Okay, I can't tell you to not do what the doctor said, but it seems to me like
I know it.
You have a basis for a different kind of consultation with him, or as it's been famously said, go get another opinion. Okay? And maybe you know what I'm saying? Because I don't expect them to be educated about mitochondria and what it does. I mean, we're the only company that's ever done it. So why would you believe it's possible? You see?
Yeah.
So,
well, my family doctor told me when I started going to him back in April even, he said, well, I don't have any problem with you taking that. I told him what it was, and it was worked on a cellular level. He hadn't heard of it, but he said that's fine, because it's not a drug, it's just like any food, right? But the problem is that why do they want to keep somebody on Eliquis, which can also be dangerous if you keep taking it? And all they say is, well, once you've had a blood clot, it's easy at an older age. My wife's 87 and I'm 81. They try to say it's easier to get another blood clot. Well, it's also easier to have another problem with the blood. So I'm just thinking with your product, I'm thinking if just take more of your product,
I would.
That's why I said sometimes we have to use our own common sense, right?
Right. I mean, again, it's a different way of doing it. It's been effective for other folks. You see it making progress for you. So, so have that consultation, and remember, that doctor is your consultant. Okay? You just get okay?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna get another opinion. So, and then the other thing is, what about people that have not neuropathy so much? We thought maybe she had neuropathy, but it's the lymphomia, where you have lymphedema, and your ankles swell up every day. At the end of the day, they're all puffed up. And what can we do about that when this is on a cellular level and going to?
Okay, so your feet are the farthest thing from your body. That blood's got to go all the way down. It's got to turn the corner and come back. Okay? So when you start having vascular issues, then it starts to puddle. And because the blood vessels are permeable, right? It oozes out. So what you need to do is massage that area thoroughly from your foot up. I've had it from a stress fractured foot. Okay? And come on up that leg. And you want to massage towards your heart because it's got valves in there that are designed to not let that blood flow backwards. So if you massage that way, that's thing one. Put on lots of rejuvenate, do it frequently a day, 4, 5, 6 times a day, if not too many. Okay, do that for a while, see how you do. Now there's a physical
6 times a day. What did you say about 6 times a day?
4, 5, 6, 7 times a day, not too many. So you can put it on every time you think about it. It's not too many. Particularly,
put it on the
you should mix some of that restore in it. Now, I'll tell you this. There's a physical therapy aspect to this. So the exercise you get, you can go on YouTube and search on circulation exercise. They'll give you all kinds of exercise, show you how to manipulate your foot, move your leg, all that kind of stuff. Many doctors and physical therapists out there tell you to do that. Commit to that, just like us high blood pressure got to commit to getting that exercise and not eating the wrong stuff, right?
Right.
You got to get in those circulation stimulating exercises to help yourself. And the last thing I'll give you is I'm a big proponent of red light devices. The mitochondria have a receptor on them for red light, and you can get some really effective ones off TEMU, right? Pretty cheaply. That's where I got mine from.
Timu.
And you can take it like the ones are like really long and wrap them around your leg or your foot or whatever.
Right.
It will help stimulate that mitochondria even more. And it's kind of like a high-tech heating pad is all it is, really. Okay. But of course, using that light to penetrate, reach those cells and have a particularly beneficial effect on mitochondria.
Didn't that start with NASA? Didn't red light therapy start in NASA?
I'm sure they probably use it. I'm not sure about what the history of it is, but all I know is that it's been very helpful. Like I said, I mean, like you would like put your foot in warm water. Okay, that's helpful too. You can do that, and there's lots of things you can do. Like I said, I'm a big fan of that because of where you can specifically put it. It is not as cumbersome as putting your foot in a bucket of water. Okay, and it seems to like drive some of that out. Like let that fluid get back in those blood veins and move on up. But the first thing you got to do is MoreMito to rejuvenate with the restore mix, to do more of that in that massage. And then see how much that helps you or not. Maybe for some people that's all they need to do. But if yours is stubborn and recalcitrant,
we're doing that. But my wife's also taken the about 4 milliliters of the Restore, 2 in the morning, 2 at night, type of thing. And I don't know. I mean, shouldn't that help if this is all
it is helpful. Like I said, there's a physical aspect to that. Saying does that help? Of course it helps. But you should also be exercising and promoting circulation. Our bodies are made to move, not sit one place. Like Dan was talking about, people sitting is about as bad as smoking. Okay, so I'm just go ahead. We keep reality on 100 here. Okay, you have to do more than anybody supplement if you plan on being your healthiest. Okay, because
I agree. I've been hearing you say that a lot, and I agree.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, I ain't trying to hide that. I know that's a real thing. We will.
Yes.
I played the interview earlier where James Gibson, a good friend of mine, is local here in D.C., he has a mild stroke. I'm confident that if he wasn't already on mitochondria, it would have been a lot worse. Okay? Now, he has another chance now, and I'm sure he's taking advantage of it, to do those physical therapy things, those common sense things with diet that we can become complacent about. Okay? I've been there. I'm guilty too. All right? But when I saw that 150 over that 90 on that went away. Okay? I'm choosing life. Every time. Okay, there you go.
I'm going to tell you what I think might have even been a miracle, or it definitely was working. We were giving her your product when she was in the hospital, while she was in the hospital, and they knew they had the blood clot and all that. And to think about it, how do we prove it? But to think about it, from October 10th to November 10th, it went from having a blood clot to no blood clot.
Yeah.
But
that's not
my only problem. My only problem with them is
within
the
a
fact
month.
they're still trying to tell her it's eloquence, But
and
as
that's
far
not
as your product, I think.
Report. Anyway, I'm gonna let you go, Dennis. In favor of you got up here if you don't mind. But I really thank you for joining us tonight and giving us that feedback. Okay, and by all means, call us anytime. All right. Okay. So right next to him, we got Verlene Walker.
You got it.
I'm gonna call her ID says. The guy's working overtime. Do we get time and a half? Because we in overtime now. Okay. Oh, where'd Verlene go?
We lost
Yeah,
Verlene.
we're going a little longer
All right,
tonight.
well, that's
with our
Barbara
question
We
and
got to get her
answer.
back.
And Jackson,
We got
Mrs.
Barbara
Fisher.
Moore. I see
Yeah.
Barbara. There's
Uh-huh.
Barbara, and Verlene came back. Good deal, Verlene. Let's go with Barbara Moore for right now. Barbara, I've unmuted you.
Okay, great. I've been trying to connect with you all for a while, but I just decided that I would just press *5 again, and then you got
for you.
Okay, now what I'm calling about is that I ordered the product and I was supposed to receive it on the 18th. Okay, what has taken place? They told me that I would, that I would have to call the company, FedEx or whoever, to see about it, to see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
But also, I heard someone say something. I don't know if it was Dale or Roger or who. It's just that I really need it, like ASAP, because that I had, it's almost completely gone, and I've been taking it, and so.
Okay, so Dale, you want to give her
Why don't I call you? Yeah, I'm going to call you tomorrow. We'll track your package. Obviously, we sent it out. What happened to it after that, we don't know, but I'll call you tomorrow. We'll get it figured out and get you covered, okay?
Because it looks like that there was a tracking number, and they took a picture of it, so they did send it, but I never got it, so I don't know what happened.
Okay, and that's on the shipping company, not us. Once we ship it, it's out of our hands. But I'm going to call you tomorrow. We're going to see what we can do, okay? We have some pull. We'll see if we can't kick a couple of shipping companies in the tail and get you covered, okay?
Okay, about what time do you think? Early or
what
later?
time would you like a phone call? Earlier the better, because that gives the shipping company time to find it. Call you at 8 o'clock. How's that?
That's fine. What time will it be where you are?
Doesn't matter. I'm going to call you at 8 o'clock your time, okay?
Oh, okay, great.
Good.
All right.
Talk to you then. Thank you for bringing it to our attention. I love these shipping companies. Listen, everybody, with the weather going on right now in New York and other places, there are going to be shipping issues. Don't wait for a phone call like this. Call during the day. Gosh, if this had happened tomorrow, you'd be waiting all the way till Saturday. We want to help you. Give us a call, and we'll get it done. Thank you. Roger, we've got Verlene back. Let me see. Verlene, I've unmuted you.
Hi.
There you are.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I've been taking the product for about 3 months. Not for any particular reason except to grow my mitochondria. And within the last 3 weeks, I stepped it up, taking the oil and putting the Rejuvenate all over my body. And I was just wondering if the product could cause a cleansing effect.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, because I stopped taking it for the last week because of that reason, and
so it's like this. Your body decided it needed to get rid of some junk, okay? And our technology gave it the energy to do it. And so, therefore, that's what you're experiencing. And if detoxing, if it makes you too uncomfortable, rather than stop taking it all together, you just reduce the amount until you can find a level at which you can be more comfortable. And then once that passes, then you can turn it back up. Okay?
Okay, I was wondering because I've heard people taking like a cup of olive oil, just straight olive oil, and then would, give them that cleansing effect, like having diarrhea or something like that. So, and I was just wondering if that was the product or something.
That can happen. I mean, when we went to 2.0, I've been on all our technology obviously the whole time. When we went to 2.0 about 5 or 6 o'clock, I better be close to a bathroom because I would get the most powerful urges. I had to go to the bathroom. I was gonna have a problem if I didn't get there quick. Okay, so
Okay.
your body can make some really strong responses to things it needs to do. I'll put it like that.
Definitely. When we first, well, before this was even released to everyone, I tested the Restore All for allergies because I had terrible allergies. So I was the one that tested for allergies. I got it in on a Saturday, and I'll never forget. My stomach started bubbling, y'all. We're talking about health, right? My stomach started bubbling. And I'm thinking, oh no, I can't have the bubble guts. I have somewhere to go this afternoon, blah, 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 right? But the product went in and it noticed, like we said, your body knows how to fix itself. Your body knows. You give it what it needs to build your mitochondria up, your body knows how to fix itself. And so I had an irregular problem the majority of my life. And I've tried several things from different doctors said doing, and it did not work. But what did work to help regulate me was the Restore All. And we've heard several people saying that when they've got on the products, it helped to regulate them. So again, your body knows how to fix itself when you feed it the right things.
Georgia to call out these says. And then we're gonna kind of wind this up a little bit because we're getting closer to the end. Might want to hear from Lewis in DC. But let's go with Joseph.
Okay, I've got Joseph Mitchell in Cumming, Georgia. Is that?
Yep.
All right. Joseph, I have unmuted you. Go ahead with your question.
Good evening, everyone. Yeah, this is Joseph Mitchell out of Union City, Georgia.
Okay.
I'm facing radiation therapy in the next few weeks. And I just want to know, have there been any reports in regards to individuals taking the radiation? Because, I was told that there's going to be some severe burning effect. And I just like to know, have there been any reports in regards to...
Absolutely. We have women, including some in my family, for example, who have breast cancer and they went radiation, right? It's like the worst sunburn you ever thought you would ever have. Okay? It will make your skin dark. If you black, you're about to be blacker. Okay? Tell you that now.
Well, I'm high yellow.
Okay, well, you about to be a little less high yellow. Okay? If you go with that. But what you do is, like, if you will mix that Restore and that Rejuvenate and just put it in that area, right, it's going to help more of those cells survive, and it's going to make them come back quicker, okay? So you can get all of that, your normal coloration back, because God intended for you to be high yellow, okay? All right, so we won't get you back like that if you go through with that, right? So it's perfectly okay, right, to use our technology that way and for that purpose.
Oh, well, I've been using it since December. I've been rubbing it in the area, so I'm going to have to just increase the rub again.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what I've
Turn it up. Turn it up.
Okay, great. That's what I need to get. Okay. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Great question, Joseph. All right.
Give me Lewis in DC.
All right, Lewis, I've unmuted you. Go ahead with the question.
Hey, good evening, Roger. Good evening, Dale. Good evening, MoreMito family. First of all, I'd like to say that as Esmeralda, the CEO, she's becoming our Mother Teresa.
Yes.
Just to let you guys know, I had a good friend who was a Grammy Award-winning author, writer, arranger, composer, singer that was suffering from kidney and liver failure. And when Esmeralda found out about that, not knowing this guy from as they say, a can of paint, she took her own supply and got it out to his sister here in DC. But the delivery was stalled by the snowstorm and ice storm that we had a couple of weeks ago. And his name was Raymond Reeder. Raymond passed on. But here, she and says that the gentleman that she helped out tonight. And then there's someone out in Washington State that she does the same. So that's a Mother Teresa activity, I would say. But look, I got a quick question, Roger. Got a great friend that was a basketball player, tall, 6'3", 6'4", very athletic. He's been stricken with some very debilitating arthritis.
Yeah.
He can hardly walk. His hands are twisted. And I just thought that I would ask the question about how should or how could the products help him, and in what amounts and what frequency?
That's the easy answer. It helps him the same way it helps everybody else. We regrow the mitochondria, and his body will fix his. And we've had much experience with people. I'm thinking about Dan Wade out in Salt Lake City, for example, rheumatoid arthritis, and it's how he gets back. You know, being on our technology and everything. In fact, we reformulated when we put out 2.0 of Rejuvenate, because the original version did not work for everybody else, but didn't work as well for Dan. Bevan went back in the lab, tweaked it, tuned it until it worked for him. So, you know, we work hard on this stuff, and you just gotta use it. That's all. I mean, we don't do anything different from one condition to the other because we don't do conditions, right? We do mitochondria.
Right.
But and then we just let people like yourself and whatnot report the results. So there you go. You know, it's food. Consume it. Let your body work with it.
Hey, well, look, thanks for all that you guys are doing, Roger. The new videos, the interview that you and Bevan did. That's some good stuff. Keep up the good work.
All right, thank you. Shout out to the great boost.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
All right.
So let's see if Devlon in Detroit, if we can get him now, or her. I'm not sure.
Devlon, I've unmuted you. Are you there this time? Number ends in 3462. Hello.
Hello, this
Well,
is Devlon.
Yes.
There you are.
Yes. I was just wanting to find out how do you build your team? How do you sell a product so that you get it to others? And how do you direct them to your website or?
Okay, who was it? Who was it introduced you, Devlon?
I can't remember right now.
Okay. Tomorrow night, we're going to have a Zoom call. I'm going to be on there with Maria, Novelette, and Nick. We'll talk about our business aspect on that call as well. But in your back office, are you enrolled with us already?
Yes, I'm associate.
Okay, in your back office under compensation, if you hover over that or hit the plus sign if you're doing it on a mobile phone, you'll see where it says compensation plan. There's a PDF in there. On almost every page, there's a link at the top that says click here. You can tap it and click the link and me and tap it to you, okay? But I'll be all over it tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Eastern on that Zoom call. You can come on there as well, okay? And, you know, the bottom, this is me, is real simple. There's an untold number of people who need to hear what everybody has been hearing on the call today. You know, half the population got high blood pressure. The rest of them got something else, for the most part. Okay, and we have an exclusive answer to that. So, and we've created this mobile marketing system with like nobody's ever seen before. That's why I had to create it. And so now we're ready to go. Will you give us a few more days? Probably more like next week. And we'll have that fully implemented. It is 90% implemented now. And just follow through on that, you know, kick it out there. And people have been doing that already by sending out different things like Lewis was just talking about the videos. They're there. You can send them independently, right? But whoever your upline is, somebody's upline is going to be your, person who's going to help work with you. When you show up on that call tomorrow, they'll be sending those invitations out, and let's get into it, okay?
Okay, what time tomorrow?
8:00 Eastern.
Okay, thank you so much.
7 o'clock Central
I'd
Standard
like added
Time.
one more night to the stuff I got to do, but hey, it hadn't killed me yet. Okay, working on it, but it ain't killed me. Okay, all right. Marva Lindsay.
Marva from Canada.
Good
I
evening.
unmuted you. Go ahead.
Hi, good evening. Yesterday I encountered a situation. This young man in his 30s, he has type 1 diabetes, and instead of his blood sugar goes, up to 7 or something, it was at 70. It was at 70. I don't know. I've never heard of that before, and it took several hours for the doctors to take it down. So he's out of the hospital today, and it's at 13. Now, these doctors take us for, in Jamaica, they say kuno-muno, like stupid,
Okay.
right? Because they will, I'm sure they're going to tell him to take it.
Okay, so Marv, where does it get to us? Okay.
But what I'm saying, I believe this can work. But his type 1 is type 1, and his mother-in-law is saying no, type 1 is gonna stay. We can't fix type 1. You can fix type 2, but it can't fix type 1. I said, but this is the mitochondria. It will take care of it. The body will take care of itself once the mitochondria die. But I'm having issues with trying to.
Type 1 people can't make the insulin. Okay, that's a genetic situation, or it's a situation that has come about because of something that has occurred. Okay, but we only have a few type 1s that have reported, and they all got healthier. Okay, I'm not saying it's solved their problem, because again, we don't have enough for us to get enough of a track record on it. But irrespective of whatever is going on, the worst thing, as far as I'm concerned, that happens when you use our technology is that you get healthier. Now let's see if that's enough to address the issue, and that's as far as we can go. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Good night.
All right, Dan,
Great
Coach.
question.
Okay.
Dan, I've unmuted you. Go ahead.
Roger, Dale, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
What a pleasure. I haven't been on in a week or so. I've been busy, but this call tonight, thank you so much. In encouraging me to improve my diet and exercise more. I was like judging myself, and then all of a sudden I go, wait a minute, my desire to eat bread has dropped dramatically, and as far as candy, like I realized something, and so thank you so much. And what a wonderful call, man! It's just like, here we are, and it's such a pleasure to be on. I mean, I'm gassed again. And one last thing, my wife shared the product with a friend of hers, and she had like neck pain, back pain, shoulder pain, and she called and they talked last week, and my wife said, she told my wife, well, the pain's all gone. And my wife said, wow, this is incredible. And then the woman said, yeah, but I have been praying too. It's like, I thought, yeah, your prayers were answered. So, this is something else. And thank you so much. And I don't know, I didn't hear anything about the MoreMito pony, but
we'll talk about that in a minute. So I'm on with Dr. Boswell about that actually today, and we'll have more to say about the MoreMito pony. Well, that project is it's moving forward. Okay, I just gotta get all the details so we know what to do. It's gonna cost a lot more than that $1,000, by the way. But don't worry about it. We got it, and we're gonna make that happen. Okay. Man, that was so authentic. Okay.
I love you guys. See you later.
All right, I'm gonna get Amber on
Thanks,
Saturday.
Sam.
We're like way deep into overtime now. I gotta apologize to Dale for keeping him up so late. Okay.
That's right. What am I gonna do?
So we gotta call it off right here. We so appreciate you. You're the very best part of MoreMito. You keep us motivated, enthused, and give us purpose. We'll see you next time.
Was that not awesome, y'all? That was a lot of health knowledge, great health knowledge. This is why I get on the calls, I get on the Zoom so that I can get educated, so I can learn different things. Because, like, for instance, the topic was about high blood pressure, etc., right? So I don't have high blood pressure. But guess what? I've learned a lot about high blood pressure by getting on the calls, getting that health knowledge, right? So I shared just a little while ago about when the Restore Oil was sent to me before it was available for everybody, and I was trying it because of the allergies, right, to see how it would affect my allergies. And some of y'all, have sent in questions and stuff, so I'm assuming that this question was regarding that. When it says was it an experiment? Yes, several of us tried the products before the products were made available. So before the Restore Oil was made available to the customers, to everybody else, several of us tried it for different things. And I was the poster child to try it for allergies because I had terrible allergies. I was on allergy eye drops, allergy pills, the nasal spray. I was going to get shots in my arms 3 times a week from an allergist. My allergist didn't know for sure what was causing my reactions. I even kept journals and everything, y'all. Nothing was consistent. So he referred me to a dermatologist saying that maybe it's something in your blood. So went to a dermatologist, and guess what? Dermatologist didn't know either. So his solution was, well, we'll just prescribe you enough pills so that each time you have a breakout, you can take a pill. So did y'all hear that? More pills, right? I wanted to know what the problem was so I can, try to solve the problem. And they did not know. Again, that's why doctors don't know everything. I have several instances where the doctors did not have the answer to, or they told me I was going to live my life in pain. I couldn't have more kids. And, I'm not in pain. I have a daughter that's in her 20s that came after they told me I would never have any more kids, etc. So doctors do not know everything, right? Do I look like I'm in pain? Okay. I smile now. For years, I didn't smile much. But yeah, so yeah, for me, trying the product just to see how it would help me with my allergies, it actually helped to correct my irregular problem. So yes, I was testing it before it was made available. So, we could have something to say from an allergy aspect. Other people tested it from pain. Other people, you tested it from, different things, but I was the one that tested from allergies. So I hope that helped you guys. So, guys, I hope that it helped, what you heard on our conference call. I hope that you all become customers. So if somebody else referred you, you want to get back with the person that referred you. If you came to watch this on one of my social medias, from just watching it, if you're invited by myself or etc., then the information is in the description. But I also said out loud, you'll go to create your free customer website. Again, as they mentioned, everybody gets a free customer website. So your free customer website, you have to be in the system in order to order the product. You can't just call the company just to order the product. So you have to be referred by somebody. So the website you'll go to is https:// MoreMito MoreMito.com/joining joining/S Alford, which is my username, SALFORD /2. And you'll go there and it'll pull up the page for you to create your free customer website as a referring customer. You want it. The benefit of being a referring customer is you get discounts. So you get discounts. You can also, earn the MoreMito cash for a free product, right? If you're just a regular customer, I normally don't even mention just being a regular customer because most time I don't have people that are just regular customers. Most people want the discounts, right? But if you just a regular customer, you don't get a discount. But I mean, we still like you, still get your products, you still get to pay full price for your products, right? But most people sign up as a referring customer, so that's why now we have the where we can give you the link that takes you straight to the referring customer page, and it's real simple. You just put in your name, well, you'll pick your username and your password. Then it'll ask you for like your name, address, phone number, email address, and you submit it, and your website's up just like that. And then we now have a mobile app, the MoreMito mobile app. You go in regardless whether you have Android or whether you have iPhone, which right now I have them both. You go into your store and you download the MoreMito app. Once you download the MoreMito app, but you need to do this after you create your website. Why? Because you need your username and your password. So when you download your MoreMito app, then it's going to ask you for your username and password. And then once you put that in, it's going to ask you a couple of questions. And there does a little survey, real simple. And then you're ready to use the app. And y'all, I love the app because it tracks everything. So just like, the way I did before the app was available, and I still send stuff out from the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie. So if you go to the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie on the playlist, we have several elements that are on the playlist. We have tools showing you how to create your website, how to place an order, how to mix your Restore Oil in your Rejuvenate Gel. Y'all heard them talking about mixing that several times tonight. There's a video showing you how there's a video showing you how much of the Restore Oil to take, etc. Right? So there's a lot of information that's on our playlist on the Health and Wealth Show with Stephanie. When you go, make sure you subscribe, like, and hit that bell, right? But with the MoreMito app, there is videos on there. There's audios on there. So the first thing I do is send out the mitochondria story, because most people don't know what mitochondria is, right? Like I was asked tonight, what is it that we were talking about, right? So we're talking about building your mitochondria up. So how do you understand mitochondria? One of the first things I do on the app is I send the mitochondria story out to people because it explains mitochondria. Then you can go back, you can hit, you can go under people product, and then there's different testimonials, like somebody has cancer, you can go send them something on their eye problems, you can go send them something on from that app right there, and it tracks everything. Even then you pets, go under the pets, just like I sent several things out yesterday. Well, technically I created it yesterday, but I scheduled it to go out today. For people, about the pet products, and some about the, regular products. But there is so much with the app, and it tracks everything. So, when we send the information out, if the person watched it and everything, because it tracks it. The app tracks it. So you can see it on your app, or you can go in your back office and it tracks it back there as well. So we have a lot of tools. We have what you need to be successful. And you can just be a customer. You can be a regular customer. You can be a referring customer where you can earn the free products and get the discounts. Or if you choose to be a paid representative, then you just go in your back office, switch to paid representative. From that point that you switch to paid representative on, then you can pull the cash out from there on. But anything that was before you switch to paid representative, then you still get the MoreMito bucks from that if you're a referring customer. So want to be clear on that, because some people get that mixed up. They think they can switch and then everything just turns into cash. No, from the time that you switch to paid representative, then you're a paid representative. But before you switch to paid representative, you were just either a customer or a referring customer. Okay. And so, like I said, the app, it tracks everything. I love that. So I know how many people I've sent the information out to. I know who has watched it, who hasn't watched it, etc. So it's just awesome. It is very, very awesome. And again, it's another free tool. One thing about Mr. Hill, the CEO of the company, as you notice, he loves doing a lot of things where it doesn't cost you. Did it cost him or the company a lot? Yes, it did. So he created that app. Like I said, I think it said it spent several thousands creating that app, right? But the app is free to us to use, right? Great tool. You get a free customer website, right? A lot of companies, what do? They charge for websites. This company does not charge for website because we're not, like you said, we're not an MLM. what we're doing is we're in the mitochondria business, and our goal is to help you build your mitochondria up, right? So he, provides the tools that we need to be successful. This is also a company where you can make as much as you want, right? It's up to you as to how much you want to make. How many companies have you been in, or how many jobs have you had where it was up to you to decide what you wanted to make? Another perk from being a part of this, being a customer in MoreMito. So we just love you. And again, I am Stephanie Alford, and I want to welcome you to being a customer, building your mitochondria up. And I would love to hear your testimonials on how the product worked with your body. I mean, I get a joy out of hearing the testimonials of how the products have helped people. I love helping people. I grew up in a family of teachers and preachers, right? So I grew up with our family helping people. So I naturally love to help people. And now that I have an opportunity to be able to help people with building their mitochondria up to get better health, I love that. Because see, again, when doctors had me on those 18 to 20 different medications, I needed help. So now I have something where I can go and I can help people all over. It doesn't make a difference what you have. This is something that everybody needs, because every human has mitochondria. Every pet has mitochondria. So again, this is something that everybody needs, right? And nobody has 100% mitochondria, right? So again, everybody needs this, right? And even if it's something as simple as, you might feel a lack of energy, right? Oh, that's because lack of mitochondria, right? And I'm pretty sure probably everybody that's under the sound of my voice has taken antibiotics at some point or time, which antibiotics damages your mitochondria, right? There's several things that damage your mitochondria. The older you get, the less mitochondria you have as well. So this is something that everybody needs, and everybody can benefit from building their mitochondria up. So I just get a thrill out of being able to help people. So again, I've given y'all the website. If you want text reminders of the conference calls or the meetings that we have, if you text 817-320-2571 and text MMCC, and we will get you scheduled with reminders set up to go out to you. I hope that I have answered any questions that you've had. If you have any other questions, you have my cell phone number. You can put it in the comments. I do, I go back and I check messages that come through, and we answer those questions. So again, let me be the first to welcome you to getting your health healthier, okay? And welcome you to MoreMito. Y'all have a blessed one.